Today is January 26, 2022. I am a mess. I shouldn't, I am an amazing soul who has been gifted this amazing life, who is confused as hell. I didn't sleep well again last night. Um, I know I'm not the only person, like, who all of a sudden one day realizes this far in that what the fuck, right? I'm looking for jobs, and so I'm looking on like Indeed, right? And yeah, administrative assistant. I can be I'm good at that. I'm good at that. I can I'm I can be a barista. I'm good at that. Although my hearing is an issue now, right? But I want to do something different, and I'm having a really hard time getting that opportunity. Um, I don't. Okay, I guess I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't even know if I believe in this anymore. I've been trying so hard with these positive affirmations, right? And then I get a job that actually fit everything really well, except for the fact that it was an administrative assistant job, and I didn't like the way I was being treated, right? But had I just shut my mouth and dealt with it, it probably would have gotten better, right? But I didn't, so it's done. So now moving forward, not only that, I don't want to go back into that kind of work. I don't like being the main point of contact. I keep saying this, and it doesn't seem to fucking matter because it's all that there is. Okay, I need to not talk about this. Stupid and repetitive. So when I was 12, somehow I got this job cleaning houses, and a house for this lady. I'm not even sure how I got it. It might have started that we were going around asking people if we could mow their lawns, and I started mowing her lawn, but then I started cleaning her house. And I I'm pretty sure I was 12. I mean, I know the things that were going on in my life at that point in time, and I know it was my first job, and I remember, thinking I got I started, like, she gave me some of her friends' names, and I started a business at 12, right, cleaning houses. And so, but that blew up because of my drinking. At 12 and 13. Yeah, I was getting drunk and going to the houses and not doing a good job at taking the money, right? So, and I was really young when that started, right? And so my whole life, like I'm a good worker. I've always been a good worker. As long as I'm sober. Well, even when I was drinking, I got hired back on multiple jobs because I'm a good worker, right? I'm loyal, and I am a good worker. I mean, this is what's so frustrating for me is I know what I have to offer, right? But I don't know how to get it across when people like I turn in resumes at the places that I envision me working, right? Because I don't want to go back to a corporate place. I don't want to go to like a Mart or a Walmart or a Taco Bell I want to go to something that's owned, like, and I know that I'm foregoing benefits for that, so I'll have to figure something out with my teeth, but I want something that, and my ear, and well, we're getting, thankfully, with this last job, we're able to get our eyes checked this coming up month. So that, thank God, and we'll be able to get new glasses. So I'm grateful for that. Um, so that's something. Now it's just my ear, which is ringing really bad right now. The tinnitus is through the roof. It's really funny. I posted a video on Reddit and someone commented how shitty it sounded, and I'm like, yeah, thanks for the input. My ears are kind of a mess. So, um, and he said if you have the right program, you can fix it. Yeah, I don't need to explain to people how much I've tried with these programs, right? I don't have the money to buy. But anyway, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I appreciated the input that the music was too loud, but so again, I don't, my hearing is not the best. I just want to be able to go to work and fucking work. I don't want to deal with everyone's drama. And even if there's some drama, I mean, I get that. I've got drama, right? We've all got stuff. I got that. But I don't want it to be so much that it triggers me, right? And I know that I have a lot of triggers. I mean, because I've been through a lot in my lifetime. Um, I worked really hard to get to this point, and I'm so lost right. But so I know I have a lot of triggers, right? I get that, but I also yeah, it's just I know now where not to go, right? Backward. I know it's not a good idea to go back into a restaurant. I don't think I can, like, that whole atmosphere triggers me, right? Even going into I can't oh my God, I'm gonna go to the nursery today and see if maybe they'll hire me. Um, there's a cleaning job for a decent wage, but it's like I don't think it's consistent. I guess I should apply. I'll apply and I'll figure it out. Because at least then I'm just on my own, right? I can just put in my earbuds and go work. I didn't really want to be alone, but breathe. But I'm so tired of being around people that just don't give a shit, right? And it's hard. And it's hard, especially, it's like I told my son yesterday, we spend so much of our lives at our jobs and I've spent the majority of my life in places that I didn't want to be, right? I mean, when I was working in bars and restaurants, I was a drunk, So when I finally got sober and worked there, I went back to school, and then I was just like, when I was in school, I was working for the college, which even then I was angry, right? I remember I was sober, but I remember one of my probably one of the people that I can truly say cares about me that I know from my past. There's a couple, but I kind of keep in contact with, and she was actually not really my supervisor, but kinda. She was above me, but I remember one time I was going off about our boss, and she was like, "You need to be careful, Dauneen. You're gonna get fired for insubordination." So it's not like my mouth hasn't always gotten me in trouble. And that's the thing. That's why I'm having such a hard time with this last thing, right? It's like, when am I gonna fucking learn to shut up and not be so vocal about what I think is wrong, right? Like when I was working for the college, I thought that the person that I was working for was being too particular about the people that he was bringing into the program. because it was a program for income challenge, disability, or first generation college students. And I thought he was being too particular about the people that he was bringing in because, well, because basically he was. Like, if I had applied before I got the job, because I got the job before this person took over as the director of this program. If I had applied for the program when he was the director, he wouldn't have let me into the program because he wouldn't have thought I was going to make it because always told me I was an enigma, right? But he wouldn't. So he was turning away people like me, which really pissed me off, right? So I'd be like, "Meh," because that's what I do, which is what I'm really trying to stop doing because it gets me into trouble like this. Like now, here I am sitting again without a job, and had I just shut my mouth and put up with it, right? But I've been doing that all my life. Fuck. Well, that's not true. I mean, I learned really quick. I mean, I've just been putting up with it. Maybe not shutting my mouth as much, but I just don't want to do it anymore, right? I don't want to. I'm a fucking artist. I want to be able to do something creative. That's all. I don't want to fucking answer phones and answer emails and be a multitasker. We went through this yesterday. But I go through this every day. I've been going through this every day of my working life, pretty much. And I'm 50 fucking 7. Well, when I was drinking, I mean, I knew I wanted to do artwork. I knew I wanted to be an artist. I hid in the alcohol, so I wasn't as, I knew I was miserable. I just didn't know why, right? But I wasn't doing my artwork. I haven't been doing my artwork. I didn't start doing my artwork until I got laid off because of COVID. And now I have to go back. And it's funny. I think had I just stayed at this last job, right? Because I mean, I could be who I was, right? And I know, like in the summers, you only work 4-day work weeks, and I would have had time to do my artwork, but I don't know. I don't know that all of me could have handled it, and I think it still would have taken everything from me because I get triggered, right? And I mean, really want to surround myself with people who are a little bit more settled. I want to surround myself with people who are confident and not, um, like, I don't want to be in the middle of somebody else's stuff and I don't want to take on their stuff, right? Which I guess part of that is on me for being that kind of person that's empathetic. It's so funny though. I was thinking this morning and I'm just, I it's like the last time I blew up at this job, and it was bad. It was bad. I know it was bad, right? I know that I just lost my shit because I had been pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and they did. They dumped me. They just fucking. They really treated me bad, right? I mean, like my first day back, the person um, who I used to work with, who was moving to another department, but she was still there. She was still an employee. She left me with work that I had left there when I got let go 17 months ago because of COVID. I had left this bunch of work that I didn't get a chance to do. She gave that to me and a phone list. That was it. Like knowing what I needed to do the job, she left me nothing else, right? And so And that was how it started, right? And so that was really painful. And I when I get hurt like that, I react badly. And that was how it started, right? And it didn't get any better. Um and and I reacted really, really poorly. And I'm kind of upset at myself for that because I am and I'm not. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around people that can't appreciate light, right? A lot of these people have been stuck in this for so long that they don't want to change. And I don't want to be around stagnancy. I guess that's what it is. And it just feels really stagnant, right? Like they were telling me how change takes time, and it's like, dude, I was gone for over a year. You guys had time, right? It just it I just don't want to be stagnant, right? I want to, and I that's the thing. I mean, okay, so moving forward, moving forward. Oh, God. So I'll do this, right? And then I'll go out and play with the dogs, right? And then I'll go put in some resumes. Everything feels so stagnant. Has for a while. I love the fact that I'm here. I don't want to go back to, like, I don't regret leaving Montana for this part of it, but fuck, this whole employment shit is just really, really getting old. I just want to be creative, and I want movement. I don't want stagnancy, right? I want to be able to do things. There's a Finnish carpenter. I wonder if they'd hire me. Probably not. I applied for a job with the Parks Department up at Shore Acres. God, I would love to work at Shore Acres. My resume's under review. We'll see. Their big thing is, can you get people to follow rules? It's like, well, I worked for the DOC for a while. Look at, here comes the flood of water. Not stagnant. Not stagnant at all, right? See? We are not made to be stagnant creatures. We just aren't, right? I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what I even believe anymore. I just know I have to keep moving, right? I gotta keep going. Fuck me. Why is it so fucking painful? And I don't even understand how I could have opened myself up to be hurt by going back to, right? I go into this last, like, back to the college. I was so grateful and so, like, full of gratitude. And it's like my first couple of days, I just got smacked down. It was like, whoa, and I get really, like, when I came here last time and worked there, I was so grateful that I allowed them to really treat me poorly. And so this time I wasn't going to allow it. But instead of walking away with some dignity, I threw a fucking tantrum, which, whatever. I'm passionate. What can I say, right? Anyway, yeah. So when I was 12, I started cleaning houses. What time is it? I'm going to talk for a while. Fuck it. Because I'm just tired. I'm not going to go back to the corporate world. I just fucking can't. Or corporate world, whatever. I never was, but professional, where I have to sit. I'm not going to be the fucking point of contact. Fuck. That's all there is. No, there's not. I'm opening my soul to the universe. Please, I know what I need is out there for me. Please direct me. Please direct me. I am so lost. Please direct me. Okay, I'll be back. I'm sitting here talking to nothing. Anyway, I'm gonna sit here for a while and just talk about my life, and then I'm gonna play with my dogs, and I'm gonna take a resume to the nursery. I might just fucking go to Taco Bell for a while. 6 months. Give it 6 months. Or until summer starts, when maybe the pot shops will get busier. I actually should go in and talk to Brad too. He works at Herbal Choices. The dude will not. He talked to me once. I don't know why he doesn't want to hire me, because I worked for the DOC. I don't know. If he gave me an opportunity to even talk to me, he might appreciate what I have to say. I'm a good hard worker. I'm good with people. All right. I'm good with people. I'm kind. I'm compassionate. I'm empathetic. I can have a really calming voice. If I'm not pushed, I'm just calm, right? And even I can deal with customers being dicks. I don't care about that. I just don't want my coworkers to not give a shit about me at all, right? My poor son, that's what he's going through right now, too. All right, I'll be back. All right, I'm gonna put on some music. So I am gonna head up to the other beach, I'm
and I'm
such a
gonna
dork.
run up and down the beach for a little bit, dance with my hang kites. One of these days I'll videotape it. Yeah, but anyway, I was getting really nervous because I know the tide is going out, right? But it keeps like coming in. Like it is right there. I love getting that on video because I think it's just really cool. But I was like planning my escape route. So it's funny because I sit here sometimes. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, everything I think overwhelms a lot of people, especially, in the middle of the night, right? Um, and I just think, crap, I got to wake up again tomorrow, right? And then I come here and I see this And I realize I'm planning an escape route just in case the water gets too high, which tells me clearly I want to wake up tomorrow, right? And this is just
Right.
amazing, right? This is what it's about. So I know all of the stuff that I'm still going through at 57. Well, finally, I've not faced it. I got sober and then all I did was work to raise my
Okay. Obviously, sorry, I just totally cleared my throat in that freaking thing. I'm sorry about that. That was really ugh. Anyway, yeah, clearly I did this upside down. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it because what the fuck? But I don't know. Anyway.
son, and then got laid off for COVID and all this shit fucking sideswiped me, right? Like I didn't remember all this stuff. I did, but not the same as what it really is, right? And some stuff I didn't remember. Some stuff is just coming back to me. Um, so I guess I was never, I don't know, the opportunity was never right in my life for me to be able to face these things. I am grateful that I have the opportunity. And I came to the conclusion, I've been fretting over losing this job and blah, 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 and my credit cards and all that shit. I mean, as many people, my biggest thing is money, right? I have to work so much just to get by doing things that I'm unhappy doing. So I'm gonna have to figure a different way out of that at this point in my life, um, because I have to make money, but I can no longer be in an unhealthy situation to do that, right? So I'm putting that energy out there this morning while I'm looking at this beautiful ocean and my toes are freezing. I've got on 2 pairs of socks. Anyway, so I'm going to head up to the other beach and I'm going to run up and down the beach and warm up my body. My toes probably will just be cold all day now. But anyway, I just wanted to share my morning thoughts. I'm going to be sharing a lot just because I'm going through a lot and I've been through a lot, and maybe, for me, getting it out, just getting it out there and putting it out there, and maybe it'll help someone, and maybe someone will relate, right, is enough in this moment. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. It seems to me that it's coming in, not going out, but um, anyway. All right. Peace out, beautiful soul. Yeah, who was that? That was Shea, by the way. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. All right. So I'm just gonna talk for a while because fuck it. I'm tired. Um. So when I started cleaning houses at 12, I was working for this woman. I cannot remember her name. She had a really nice house though. And I don't remember what she did. I know she worked out of her home as well, I think. I think she might have been a therapist actually, because she actually um, told me that I could, there was a time that I was not living at home. Actually, I had run away when I was that age. I don't know. I might have been living in some bushes. I can't remember where I was living, but she had offered me to live in her house. But she told me that it wouldn't be a party house. Like I couldn't just come and sleep and leave. I would have to actually follow some rules and things. So I didn't do it because that's not what I mean, I was cleaning houses drunk, right? At that age. So I clearly um, didn't want to live under rules. I'm wondering, I mean, clearly my mom, she was, I think she might have been married to, I think she was married to someone at that point in time who was, I mean, it was obviously I was running away from home at 12. Okay, so I don't need to say what my home life was like. It's pretty clear that it was just chaos. See, and that's the thing. My whole life has always just been fucking chaos, right? And I know a lot of it is like created because that's what I know, right? And so I just don't want that anymore. And that was the thing, like, with this last position. It was so chaotic. I got thrown into just chaos. And I just, like, my mind just freaking, that's how Joanne's was. I would walk in there and it was just chaos. There's stuff. Just, actually, I did have pictures of that. This is what, let me see if I can find those. I looked at those yesterday and I was like, the stuff that they wanted us, like this. These are the,
We're supposed to pull him through a parking lot of parked cars.
wait, hold on. I'm going to stop this here and I'm going to bring this over here. So this is Joanne's. These are the boxes that they
We're
wanted
supposed to
us
pull
to.
him through a parking lot of parked cars in the wind and rain. And it's at least half a city block that we have to pull these over speed bumps in a parking lot, 2 carts each, close to that full, in the wind and rain. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, okay, bye.
I'm just showing the boxes again. Yeah, all the boxes in those carts that they wanted us to pull. It was just ridiculous. I just, a- and it's, and I don't know, half a city block might not be, it might be more than that. It was pretty far. It was pretty far, actually, through the parking lot. This is the boxes again. Oh, there's other cards that are full of stuff. Yeah. I think that day I was doing it by myself. I don't think, like, I had to pull all the cards outside of the building because you have to have someone to let you out. So I had to pull all these cards outside of the building and line them up against the wall where hopefully they wouldn't roll because of the wind. And then you would have to, like, take two of them at a time over to the garbage, like down past at least half a city block, if not more. I mean, it was pretty far. I don't know. I'm not good at distances, but it was far enough through a parking lot with, it was just ridiculous. I had them tip over on me and it was just ridiculous. This is how much, I mean, the amount of fabric, right? It's just like we were supposed to put it in there and they were like, if you can fit your fist in, you can fit the fabric in. But it's like trying to get my fist in there was hurting my wrist. Right? I mean, look at that. This shit's ready just to topple over. There's a spot where you can put some right there, but this shit's just about ready to topple over on people, right? So this is these are the things that I'm dealing with when I'm trying to work. Oh, that this video, there's a bird in this tree and these dudes are going after it. I hold on. Oh, I wish I could. There we go. No, go down. Go away stuff. There we go. See, they're dive bombing this other bird in this tree. I didn't realize I got this video. This poor bird, I felt so bad. I'm like, what the hell? You can't really see the other bird though. And look, here comes another one. Oh, that is crazy. I totally forgot I got that. I wish you can't really see the bird that they're dive bombing, but it's clear that there's something in there, right? It's crazy. They're pissed. Okay. They're still. And now they're surrounding the poor thing. Oh my gosh. That's just insane. Anyway, okay, what's the other? Oh, that's my schedule at Joanne's. There's an octopus I made. That's a really bad picture. Looks like that was it. It's the stupid Joanne's things. There's me. I'm making a turtle. There's where it snowed here not too long ago. It's like we just got away from the snow. There I am at my ocean. My ocean. There's me and my son. He's a good kid. I feel bad for him having to live with someone who's got, this is my, it took me, I sent this picture to my supervisor, right? This little piece kept popping out every time I would mop. I sent this picture to her October 19th, right? And I asked her and I showed her this is what we had left for cleaning products like this, right? This is what we had. This is what the Comet is what we were supposed to use in the bathroom, the pine glow on the floors, right? This stuff down here is like for a machine, I think. And I showed her like this stuff. I said, "This is the paper towels and stuff. Do we restock those?" She still hasn't told me. We have 4 things of paper towels left. I asked her if we fixed the toilet thing. She didn't tell me. But anyway, it took me on October 19th, I showed her this. Um, and at the first of the year, January, the first of the year was when I finally got supplies from her. She showed up one night in between this time and told me that I had to take a sexual harassment training out of nowhere. Didn't give me a heads up or anything. And it was a day where I just started at the college and I was not able to balance my drawer, and I was really upset because they had given me a bunch of checks that day and nobody had ever walked through the checks. I mean, I did the checks when I you have to take checks and you have to put them into a system, right? And it's something that I did when I was there 17 months ago. Well, this particular day there was nobody there to show me what to do, and nobody like tried to refresh me before I went, like nobody. They just gave them to me and nobody refreshed me on how to do it. So I did it, but I did it wrong and I didn't balance it. Anyway, it was a long day, so I went in and and she showed up without any supplies. So it was I started back at that job December 1st. So it was toward the end of December, or the middle of December, toward the middle of December. She showed up and's like, "Do you want Taco Bell?" And then, or she texted me that. It was just dumb. And then I had this sexual harassment training to do, and I was livid. She didn't have any cleaning supplies with her or anything, and I was just pissed. I didn't really want to talk to her. First off, because she told me something about her son-in-law that I did, like, he's a pedo, and so I don't really like her anyway, because she's standing behind him, right? But then to not even respond to me and tell me what I need to do for this job, not to give me a new mop, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just, I mean, why? Like, I'm a good worker, right? When I clean the bathrooms at the job when I clean, right? I pull chairs out and I look underneath desks, right? And make sure there's no crumbs under there. I pull the garbage cans out and vacuum behind the garbage cans. If they're like when I worked in offices, those are the things I noticed that didn't get done when they would come and clean, right? And so I make sure I clean off the soft soap bottle in the bathroom, right? I make sure like I wipe down the stall. I clean, right? I do that kind of a job. So, and I don't even think people notice that, right? I think if you don't do it, they might notice it, but I don't think they notice when you do it so much, right? But that's the kind of person that I am. So I know that I do a good job. I It's frustrating not to get any appreciation for busting your ass. It really is. They kept telling me when they took me back on my last job, "Oh, we never do recalls." And I'm thinking, "Oh, they recalled me because I'm such a good worker, da da da," right? No, they recalled me because they knew they could dump me, dump me. Because as soon as I started, everyone else disappeared, right? Within 2 days of my starting, my help disappeared. Even when they were sitting there, they had disappeared on me, right? And so it's like, here I am doing these affirmations thinking I'm all special and all this shit's finally coming around, right? And that's not true. That's not what that was, right? And that was super painful when the realization of that, and it still is super painful. Had I realized it going in instead of being so grateful and thinking that my affirmations and my karma was finally coming around to me, maybe I would have handled things different. Maybe I wouldn't have been so hurt and reacted so strongly. I don't know, but I was really, really hurt by that. I thought I was so hurt by that. I was so hurt by that. I was so hurt by the fact that I mean, I knew that the person that I had worked with 17 months ago, like when I left, I was really angry. I had just moved my household 900 miles across the country, been put into a job where I never felt secure, got laid off in the middle of COVID, right? Or the beginning of COVID. I mean, I was fucking scared. I was fucking scared. And I was scared the whole time after we moved here. I had just moved my family by myself 900 miles, right? Into a job that immediately told me you're not secure here. And I made decisions based on being secure in that job. So I needed to get, right? So I was scared. So when they laid me off, I reacted poorly and I quit talking to her because I know me, right? I didn't want to say something that I would regret, right? So I need to quit talking, right? And I knew where I was at. I knew that I was hurt and I knew that I was angry and I knew that I had the potential to say or do something damaging. So I just didn't say anything. I stopped, right? And and I tried to send her an email and apologize to her later and she blew it off, right? And so then I go back and I've lost weight and I'm feeling better about myself, right? And I get met with like hostility, right? And and right there I should have walked away because if I'm walking into a hostile environment, how can I be a positive? I mean, how can I combat that by myself? I am a strong woman, but there's only so much that I can do alone, right? I mean, I've done a lot already and I'm just tired. And I just wanted some respect. Especially because I came in and did the fucking job. Like, I fucking rocked it, right? And still was not getting respect. Still, my supervisor was telling me that I wasn't hearing what I was hearing. Still, she was listening to one end of a conversation, trying to tell me how I should do things when not even knowing the whole conversation, right? I mean, still those things were happening, even though she knew less about the program than I knew, even though I hadn't been there for 17 months, right? So instead of admitting that and being helpful, and look, and this is the thing. Okay, here's the thing. The last day that I blew, right? They said come back Monday, we'll start all over again. I came back that Monday morning and things were still kind of tense. Well, then Tuesday, something happened with my credit card machine. And so my boss had to call to get something. But I went to lunch. When I came back, she was still on hold. So I was feeling really bad, right? And I'm like, oh shit, let me take over, because she's pregnant, she's not feeling good. She was sitting there on her knees at my desk with a cup of tea in front of her. I could tell she's gray most of the time. She didn't look good, right? And I felt bad. So I took over and I finished and I remember feeling such a camaraderie, right? I was like, oh, we're finally going to be a team, right? Yay, let's move forward. The next fucking day, they fucking called me and said, be prepared because be prepared, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave then. If I need to be prepared, I'm going to go, right? So, I understand I handled things wrong, but they fucking lied to me from the minute I walked through that door. The minute I walked through that door, they lied to me. And, you know, I, I am reading like on Reddit and all these places where, they lie to you. They tell you this shit to get you to the interview. And it's like, but nobody wants to work because you're fucking lying to us. That's why nobody wants to work. All right, I'll be right back. And so now here I am again, waiting for my damn phone to ring, right? Waiting for someone to call me that, it's funny. When I was trying to get out of Montana, I applied for this job with this woman. God, Aunt, what was her name? Her last name was Sullivan, I think. She was a motivational speaker, and she needed a personal assistant, and it was a work work at home type position, right? And because she lived in the Seattle area, and I was super excited because we had planned on moving up to this area somewhere, right? From Montana over this way, I guess, not up, but over. But anyway, I remember when, after I interviewed, I got a second interview and I was just really excited. And again, I thought, oh, maybe that's my karma, right? Maybe I'm supposed to work for this motivational speaker. Maybe that's it. Maybe then I'm not going to be like, maybe then I'll be able to be more creative, right? And do something more creative. Because, you helped with her marketing and all that stuff, right? And I remember when I didn't get the job, she didn't call me to tell me I had to contact her. And I believe she probably had the person that she hired as her personal assistant contact me and tell me that I didn't get the job. But I went through this again, right? I just cry and I just am frustrated because I'm just sad. I don't want, we spend so much time at work. I don't want to waste the rest of my life. Fuck. I want to believe that this works. I want to believe that these affirmations and that putting my positive energy out into the universe works. I want to believe that trying to find the light versus the dark works, right? And I know now, obviously I have to deal with my mental health issues, or I wouldn't have like reacted as strongly as I did in my last position. I got that. I know that I am not perfect. I know that there are things about me too. But where do I fit, right? This has been such a fucking struggle. I am deserving of respect. I am deserving of respect. Oh, I know what I'll do. I just figured it out. I just figured out something else with the video. Someone told me my music was too loud, and I try to, I get into the program and I put it down like at 10. Some of them won't let me go any lower than 10 in this program. Of course, the person's like, "Whoa, the program." I'm like, "Dude, I've tried it in this program. Just, you're fucking on the internet. You don't know me or my programs or what I work with or." But I thanked him for his advice and told him that I couldn't hear, so it didn't matter, right? Okay, I don't know. Back to when I was 12, right? So, because I'm just going to talk for a while. Fuck it. I don't know what else to do. I'll go this afternoon, take a resume to the nursery on the way to the ocean. I might just stop in at Herbal Choices and talk to that chick. Say, "Man, I have asked Brad for a job so many times and he will not even talk to me. What do I have to do to get that dude to talk to?" Well, that's not true. He spoke to me once and I think he was actually thinking about hiring me. But something. He was like, "Oh, it'll be late at night." I'm not fucking fragile, dude. God. I just don't know. It's just like the guy, I went for a job at Motel 6. Fucking Motel 6, right? To clean rooms. The guy didn't think I could do it. "Well, it's a lot of work and it's cardio and..." Okay. Uh, right? Ugh. I mean, come on. Give me a fucking break. I don't know. It's frustrating. This doesn't go very well with positivity to the universe, does it? Well, that's why it's on dark and light, right? I know it's anger. I don't want to be angry, but come on, people. I am not getting a break here, and I am like, that's not true. I'm getting hired at places where nobody else wants to work, right? I don't want that job. I want the job where I can do something creative. I guess I'll look for flower shops. I mean, if I'm doing something creative in my work life, then I can work another job if it doesn't pay as much to make up the difference not doing something creative. As long as I have been working two jobs for years doing nothing creative in either of those jobs, right? Like when you're working that much and trying to keep a household, there's nothing left to be creative with, and I just can't do that again. And the thing is things aren't different for me, right? I'm not trying to whine. I'm okay, damn it. I mean, I am strong and I'm okay with the fact that I have four dogs that I need to take care of, and I have a large yard, and I need to clean house, and I need to do laundry, and I need to shop, and I need to cook, right? I mean, I'm okay with that, right? Um, so I don't have a lot of time, and that's okay, but I don't want to spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day doing something I fucking hate anymore. Fuck. Oh man. Thing is like I didn't hate either of my past jobs. Like I liked aspects of them. I like working with the public. Um, but I don't want to be expected to do more than one job at a time, right? So I don't I don't want to have the ability to fucking multitask. And as my son tells me, it's not possible anyway, right? I mean, my brain is so tired from multitasking. I've multitasked all my life, from starting from 15 when I started waiting tables, or well, actually, I started working at a fast food place, and I went to another fast food place. Then I've told this story. I was wanted to go to Europe. So I was at that point I was 15 at the first job, 16 at the second job. I wanted to go to Europe, so I started working as a hostess as well as at the fast food restaurant. And then the fast or no, and then the restaurant where I was working as a hostess, I worked there like a day, maybe two, and they asked me if I could waitress, and I said no. And the woman was like, "Oh, la, la, we knew you'd say that." So me, I'm like, "Oh, okay, give me a challenge, I'll take it." And so I started waiting tables. That night was a fiasco. I didn't know what I was doing. I'd never done that before. People were mean. People were fucking mean. They were used to the woman who always worked there. She had worked there forever, and she could do it with her eyes closed. I admired that woman. Still to this day, admire that woman. Actually, both of the women I worked with, one was Laura and one was Terry. And I admired Terry too. Maybe not as much then as I do now. I don't think I appreciated then her like I do now, because she was a single mom with two kids, and she worked hard. And I remember she had a Mary Kay party or something that she invited me to, and she was kind, right? She was never cruel to me. I mean, she had her things because she was a single mom raising two kids, working graveyard at a truck stop, right? I mean, um, and again, I appreciate that now more than I did back then. Um, but anyway, I did get to Europe, right? That's the thing. I've done everything I've set out to ever do. It's always been a struggle. It's always been a fucking struggle. It's never been easy. I've had to fight and scrap for fucking everything. My sister, it's so funny. It's like my dad helped her, right? He like got her an apartment and he bought her a house and he did stuff for her. I remember calling my dad one time when the guy I was living with had kicked me out. Like he was not nice and he did stuff to me, like he would take the phones and my car keys so I would be stuck at the house, or he just did really cruel things. Cruel. And he hit me, and he always hit me where people wouldn't, like, he knew what he was doing, right? But anyway, he had kicked me out and I had nowhere to go. And I had called my dad and I asked my dad for help. And he asked me why it was his problem. I'd never asked my dad for help before, ever, right? And I needed help. And he didn't help me, And it's like, we didn't talk for a while after that. I told him because the guy was a fucking son of a bitch like him and he hung up on me. And then when I tried to go back, his wife wouldn't let me talk to him. So we didn't talk for a while after that. Yeah, but and then this is another thing my dad did, right? Like my son, when I had my son, I had my son, right? I did not, like, I had a couple of people that were friends that helped a little bit. His dad pretty much bailed, and I had no family. And the family I did have was like in California, Utah. They weren't around, right? But even when I went to visit them with my son, I had no family, right? I mean, I I had never felt so alone in my life. Well, right now, but I was surrounded. It was in a family reunion, and I had never felt so alone. My mom was there, my sister, my dad was there that trip. He saw my son, but so when I had my son, I had my son, right? And that's cool. I mean, we both are hurting because I probably had no business being a parent, right? I really should not have been a parent. And that's hard to admit because I love my son and I do not want him to go away. But if I could go back, I don't know that I would make that decision because I am not equipped to be a parent, right? I am so fucked up that I shouldn't have brought somebody else into this fucking mess, right? But I did, and I did the best I could, and it's just not enough. Fuck. I just don't. I'm sorry. Anyway, so when I had my son and my dad met him and stuff, right? Like my dad never really acknowledged my son after that. I mean, I've got a picture of him with him somewhere, I think. Yeah, I should load my pictures. I've got some pictures, but anyway, um, but at Christmas time they sent him $50 every Christmas, right? They sent him $50. So that was enough for me, right? That they at least acknowledged that they knew he existed, right? And so my son really wanted to meet him, and I never did this because my dad, why is it my fucking problem? Why is it my problem? You're hurting, you're my daughter, you're asking me for help, why is it my problem? So I never took my son to go meet him for a long time. Well, Rylan got to the age where I was sober. I got sober when Rylan was 7. And he was at the age where he wanted to meet his grandfather, and I was sober. And so I said, okay, we'll take a road trip to Utah, right? So we drove. This was the trippiest drive. We we get in my car. I just bought, it was like one of the first new cars I bought. I was so proud of it. It was a little Nissan Versa. It was silver. And I had good snow tires on it. Because I was in this program for the college for like single moms. Like I was going to school full time at that point. And so I had good snow tires on my car and everything. And I was getting paid time off. And so we were driving to go see my dad. And it was during a freaking major snowstorm. We were going from Montana to Utah, and it was super foggy, and I actually enjoyed it because I could only go super slow, right? Like I followed the tracks. Like there were people, I stayed in the slow lane and just drove slow. And there were people that were passing us, and I was just like, whatever, I'm just going to stay over here and go slow, right? And so it wasn't bad. Like we had music on and stuff. And I enjoyed taking road trips with my son when he was younger. He asked a lot of questions and he was just fun, right? Anyway, so we got there and we drove through that snowstorm and everything, and it was fun. And my son was freaking out. I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, the movie, the fog!" You know, I was waiting for big creatures to come down on us, so he was scared. But anyway, no, but after that trip to go see my dad, they never sent him a gift again. Never. Nothing. Not a card, not a nothing, right? I mean, Jesus, how do you do that? How do you do that? So yeah, I was in no place to have a child, right? His dad, his dad didn't have family that cared about him. His dad was a mess. His dad was actually a pity play. and, I, and then I pity move into my house because I don't care enough about myself to not allow you to walk all over me. And I feel sorry for you because you had such a bad his dad had a really shitty upbringing, and I felt bad for him, so I was trying to save him, right? And he was abusive. So what, I thought I could change him. You know, we've all been, not we've all, a lot of us have been there. I'm not again, much of what I've been through is not new for a lot of people, right? I am not the only person who has suffered these things, right? And I know that. Um, I'm frustrated by that because I think that all of us are like that's why there's this big resignation, right? I am not the only one who is going through this shit. And it's just the people that can do something won't, right? They're just spending the money, spending the money, spending the money, trying to find ways to make more money and spending the money and reveling in the power, right? And I just don't like there's nothing I can do about that, right? I can't change the world. I can change my world, which is what I'm really trying to do. I just am lost as fuck because this is a small town and there's a lot of people that do not believe like I do that live here, right? And I can deal with people who don't believe like me. I'm fine with that. I just don't want to have to be surrounded with them for the majority of my life, right? Which is where you are when you work. You get up, you go to a job for 8 hours. You come up, I mean, and it takes an hour. Well, it doesn't take me that long to get ready anymore because I can get ready in 15 minutes. I don't do much. I've quit because I am not going to buy into the cosmetic companies. Like, I talk about my teeth because my teeth are the one the one thing I want, right? I mean, I would love to have a nose job too because it looks so much like my mom and my sister and my grandma that it just reminds me a lot of times when I look at it of my abusers, but that's okay. I still love myself, and I can look at myself in the mirror now with confidence. So it's not, and that's because of the affirmations. I'm fuck, I feel alone right now. Okay. This is so not new. All right, back to talking about my life, right? Because that's what I was going to do for a while. Then I got to play with the dogs, and I got to go take a couple resumes out. Not clear my throat on taking resumes out in this mind frame. too is not good, right? Because the energy I'm putting off is desperation, I think. And I'm not desperate. Well, I can go back to office work if I have to. That fucking kills me. Whew, that's rough. All right, I'll be right back. And then every time I get up, my dogs think we're going out to play. And I'm like, dudes, we're not going out to play right now because I just need to talk. I'm just gonna talk. Fuck it. And fuck it. I'm so fucking lost. I want to be able to say fuck too. I don't even see why that word means anything. It bothers me that people, maybe if people didn't think it meant so much, it would, I don't know. I didn't even say it until I started working at the logging camp. And then all the guys always said it, and it was just a normal thing to say, right? Like I've heard a lot of people just say it in normal conversation, especially even at the job that just got mad at me for saying it, but whatever. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. People put so much emphasis on words and then they speak meaningless ones, right? So, I mean, and not only that, look at where we're at. Look at our leaders, our national leaders, the way they speak, right? Why should they I just it's just such a breathe, 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 breathe. Okay, 12. Let's see. So then, when I was 15, I started working in a fast food restaurant and moved out. Um, my friend, Nikki, her mom was moving from Davis, where we lived, to the Bay Area with a guy. And it was like Nikki didn't want to go, right? We were just starting high school. She didn't want to move. So her mom paid for an apartment for her. Like she gave her money to stay where we were at. And I moved in with her. My mom did not give me money. I had to work to pay my bills, right? And I want to say I was cleaning houses as well. No, because I was going to school. That's right. I was working and going to school because I graduated high school during all this time as well, right? See, I'm so fucking strong. I've done so much. I can't just, this can't be it. It fucking can't be. I have worked so fucking hard all my life. I want to, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything, but I can't. Jesus, this can't be it. I can't stop. It's a fucking answering machine. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so I was working at a fast food restaurant and I was living with Nikki in an apartment and I was going to high school. And I would go to the school like a half hour a week and I would pick up my homework and then I would take it home and I would do it. Or like it's funny, I had a teacher, Dave Egoff, and there was Gay Bryant and Dave Egoff, and then there was Sharon. Sharon was, I think, my writing English teacher maybe, but Dave was math and science, and Gay was art. And I went to a continuing ed because, or an alternative high school. I got kicked out of high school. I I think I told that story the other day. I told the vice principal and some cops to fuck off and ran out of the office. Yeah. So anyway, so they didn't invite me back to high school the following year. So I started going to King High. And that was where a lot of teen moms went and stuff. There was a lot of my friends at the time were having kids, well, friends, whatever. I didn't really have friends. A lot of the people that I knew were having children at the time and things like that. But so anyway, but so I was living on my own and I was going to school like a half hour a week and I would get credit for like giving my car a tune up and balancing my checkbook and making a budget because I was saving to go to Europe, you know, because it was my graduation gift to myself. So at that time, actually, there was a point in time when I was working two jobs going to high school because I was living on my own and saving to go to Europe, right? I mean, I did that when I was 16 and 17 years old, right? And I went to Europe and I graduated high school. So I have been doing this. I have been doing this. I am 57. I have been doing this for 41 years. So you tell me when the work pays off. You fucking tell me. Because people like fucking Jeff Bezos are going into space, right? People like Mark Zuckerberg are sucking off of us. And I have been doing this for 41 years. 41 years. I say 57. People don't get that because I started this shit when my mother shouldn't have had children. My mom had no business having children, right? As I did, I had no business having a child. You know, I did, and I've done the best I can with him. Um, and it's been really hard on him lately because I am so fucking lost and I'm supposed to be the parent and all of a sudden I'm realizing, right? Okay, I was abused a lot more than I admitted when I was a child, and at a lot younger age than I admitted or knew or realized until recently. um, I mean, I knew, but I didn't. There's a part of you, I think, or at least with me, I don't know about others, but there was a part of me that always thought that maybe I was just imagining things or making things up, or, um, because my mom always told me I was so dramatic, right? You're so dramatic. Yeah, well, I learned at a very young age, right? Um, so, but I really, I would like to say I've forgiven my mom, but I don't know. Right there, I didn't feel much forgiveness. Right there, I felt a lot of anger right there. Um, I didn't feel any love, right? And I'm 57 going through this fucking shit. If you're watching me, if anybody sees this and thinks, you're 57 going through this, yes, I am. So if you have not acknowledged things, do it now because I can say with confidence that those things will affect you for the rest of your life, right? And
So,
I I need to put this to slow music too. I really like this video. I'm happy with it. This is my latest one. See, here's the deal. This is my latest video, and I think it's great, and I think it's awesome, and I'm sure, people do better, and I'm sure people do worse. And I mean, I don't, but I think it's great, right? And like, I want to work somewhere that if, but I don't want to, I don't know. I want people to see this. I want them to hear this with the music and the words, right? I want it to be in the background, right? Like, because it's beautiful and peaceful and it's uplifting and I think they're good. And I don't know, maybe they're crap and I'm delusional. I don't know because I've never, like, I think my artwork is good, right? And I think that if I'd ever been given the opportunity, that I could have excelled. And now I'm afraid it's too fucking late, right? So I need to. This, this is me feeling sorry for myself. I know that I just need to face it, and it's okay. I'm, I'm grieving. Anyway, so I went to Europe, when I was young, and we traveled around. It was interesting. The person I went over there to see, I talked about this a little bit the other day. I was expecting an engagement ring for my birthday. I want to say, because my birthday is July 31st, so I feel like I went a little bit after my birthday. I can't really remember. I have pictures, but I don't have, like, at one point I had my all kinds of stuff from over there, a map and everything, but someone stole it from me. So, um, anyway, but and for the only reason it was stole from me was because the person wanted to be cruel, right? That it had no value to them at all. They just didn't want me to have it, so they took it. Um, I would have probably not had it by now. I don't know. I have the pictures, so I might have had it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, but I want to say, because I graduated when I was 17, so it must have been just before my 18th birthday, or just after, because it was right after I graduated. And I must have graduated just before I turned 18. Anyway, so I went over to Europe, and the guy, I was expecting an engagement ring. No, he didn't. He got me a watch and some hand lotion. God, I was devastated. A watch and some hand lotion. Like, I was just like, not even a fucking necklace, right? Or a bracelet, a watch. I mean, if that's not that, yeah. I'm sure he talked to all of his buds and they told him that's the gift you give someone that works for years, a couple of years, a year anyway, works two jobs to come over all the way across an ocean to see you, right? I remember I used to send him, I wonder if I can get in trouble for this now. It was a long time ago. I actually used to send him joints and cookies that I baked, believe it or not. I can't believe I had the balls to do that, but it was way back, a long time ago. But it was kind of crazy. Anyway, so we got there and we traveled around on the train, on the Eurail train. It was a lot of fun. I remember the other girl that was over there, her name was Sharon. She she and I tried to do laundry in this in this laundromat over there. Well, over here you have to put all of the money in before the machine starts, right? Over there, if you put in part of the money, the machine will go, but it'll stop halfway through. And then you have to put in more money. Well, we didn't know that. We thought it was broken. So we opened it and flooded the laundry room. Yeah, the people that were, it was like we were at a campground. And so the people that were taking care of the campground were really cool about it, right? It was not a big deal. I mean, they just explained to us that we needed to put in more money, and it was It was funny, but that was such an interesting trip. She and I, there were a couple times we got so tanked because we could drink right over there. And it's like, and we weren't, I drank a lot, always. Obviously, I was cleaning houses at 12 and being drunk on the job. So, anyway, it was, the fact that I did that, right? I got back and I don't know what happened. I started working at a different restaurant. Or no, I probably started working, I think I started working at Eppie's. I worked at this restaurant, Eppie's. I think I might have started working there. I don't remember if that was before or after I went to Europe, but I started working there. And I've always blown shit up all my life. Like I blow shit up. I just don't want to blow things up anymore, but I don't, because I've been pissed all my life, right? I've been angry, but I mean, clearly, I started drinking on the job, on my house cleaning jobs at 12, right? Like, I didn't even really realize that until just now. Like, that I might have been 13, but it was right around there, right? Where I had house cleaning jobs that I would get drunk before I would go to. So I, yeah, right? And now here I am. I'm 57. I'm a good worker. Like, I'm probably in the best physical shape I've been in a long, long time. I have a lot of energy, a lot of stamina. I don't want to stand behind a desk, right? Um, I just want to be free to work, but I don't know what I like. Like, I wouldn't mind working in a cannabis shop, but they don't seem to want to talk to me. I'm not quite sure why. They talk to me. They just don't want to hire me. Maybe I seem too desperate because I keep going back. Um, I don't know. So maybe that's just not the place. Um, I don't know. But I want to be able to just dress in my clothes and be who I am, right? And I don't want to have to do, I keep saying what I don't want. My dogs are going ape shit. I am putting this out to the universe. I want to still believe. So I need to go out and put in resumes, and I just don't have it. I don't have it right now. I really want to drink. Oh my god. COVID has been so fucking brutal. This whole everything has been so brutal. I want to drink. Ooh, I need to get past this. I went through this a couple months ago and I bought a bottle. It was just wine though, thank God. I went past the liquor store. I don't know if I bought a bottle of liquor if I would be able to pass it up right now. I know I should probably go find a meeting, but I can't trust people because I have been so fucked over and so hurt that this, right? I mean, maybe somebody's listening to this someday and you can say bad things to me and I can block you. Or maybe somebody will see this and understand and it'll make me feel better that somebody gets it, right? But I'm so tired. Okay, now I'm being mopey again. Fuck, I have a feeling this is gonna go on all day. I don't think I'm gonna be putting in resumes today. My poor son, I keep saying that. My poor son. I'll find a fucking job. We're fine right now. I'll find a fucking job. We're fine right now. I can go to Taco Bell. I can beg Taco Bell to hire me at $14 an hour, right? I can cook. I can clean. I just don't want to work behind a desk. I don't want to be the point of contact. But if I have to, I will. Again. If I have to fucking sit on my ass for 8 hours a day or stand in the same spot. Please. Okay. Well, and what's worse is it's to the point now where I'm like, oh my God, I have to fucking make hummingbird food, right? Come on. It's boiling 4 cups of water with a cup of sugar and change, right? I mean, I'm just not getting pleasure in anything. And it's like I get pleasure in this, the ocean, right? But it's fleeting, right? Because I can't stay there forever. I can't do this forever. I love playing with my dogs in the yard, right? But right now it's like it's even hard for me right now to get up the energy to go do that right now. Like I'm just fucking so done. And I want to drink. So, what do? I don't drink, right? I sit here and I talk to nothing and I talk to nobody. And if I have to do it all day to not pick up a drink, then that's what I do, right? Because I'm afraid if I leave this house right now, that is exactly what I will do, is go and pick up a drink. Because I am so fucking tired. And I've worked so hard. And I didn't drink for so long. And I got this far to hit a fucking wall. Yeah, I just made the solid decision. I'm not leaving the house today. I don't think it's a good idea. I am just in no shape right now. I have got to get my shit together. I know this. I can't keep, although it's funny. So when I was younger, my sister, and I've told this story before, but my sister took this album from me that someone had given me, and people, I didn't get a lot of, I think because of the fact I was always so needy, it pushed people away, right? Because I have just never felt loved, right? And so I always, I think was trying to get that, and I think that it just pushed people away from me, from a very young age. I think it just pushes people off, right? Um, but someone had given me an album, and my sister took it from me, and when I tried to get it back from her, she broke it. Like she threw it down the street and broke it, and I was devastated, right? I think it was Electric Light Orchestra. I know I just loved the music on that album. I've always been super creative and super artistic. I'm really drawn to those types of things, to dancing and, you know, yeah. But anyway, so we got in a fight about it, and her friends were there, and I'm, crying and having a fit because she just broke something that was really important to me, and I had no recourse ever with her. Um, and she took me in the street and beat my head against the cement, right? I remember that, like her grabbing my hair and pounding my head against the cement, right? That might have part to do with my hearing loss too, but and I just, it just got worse when I got older. But anyway, I had the urge to just hit my head on the cement yesterday, right? And it's like I was really in a moment of anger, and I really am trying. That is the one, like I need to let go of this anger, right? I can't keep holding on to this because it's breaking everything. Okay, so all right, I went to Europe working at Eppies. Yeah, and I've always done, like, I worked as a carpenter's apprentice for a while. I really liked that work. I really liked that work a lot. I, re- I remember I got a hammer that was too heavy for me, and I threw my back out pretty bad, my shoulder. I had to crawl to go to the bathroom. It was bad. The person that I lived with would do nothing for me either. He just left. It was the same guy who was not nice. But I think I got like a 20-ounce framing hammer or something, and I needed a 16-ounce. I didn't think ounces made that much difference, but they did. Um, and it was, I think, one of those waffle hammers. I don't know. Anyway, but I liked that job. The problem well, first off, I was a meth head, so that was part of the problem. That was a big part of the problem. Um, always running from something. But I did like the work. I also did tile installation for a while. I like that too, obviously, though. Like, I didn't get to do the really creative parts of that, right? I only got to do the grunt work, which was the hard shit. Like, I had to. That's funny because I was working with a man. He was my fiance. And it was his company. But I was the one that had to always unload all the tile. I was the one that always had to clean everything up. All he did, he laid the tile. He and marked it. I was the cut. I had to cut, and break down all the tools. And I mean, I did everything besides laying out the pattern and the actual laying of the tile. He did. Like, I don't think I ever really laid the tile. I handed him tiles and he laid it. And he actually was good at what he did sometimes. He did a couple things that I was just like, he built this bathtub for these people. He's such a, not even realizing, he thought he was just building like a shower that was a deep, deep shower for this really large man. Well, it turns out his wife, I was talking to her in the yard, and she was like, I just can't wait to take a bath in there again. And I was like, a bath? And she was like, yeah, a bath. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and talked to him. I'm like, you do know she plans on using this as a bathtub, right? So we had to, like, put the brakes on everything, and he had to figure out how to do that. So the job he bid on initially, right? He couldn't charge them more because he wasn't. I mean, I guess we charged him a little bit more, but not a lot. I don't know. It ended up taking a lot longer than we initially had bid, and it was just a fiasco, right? But of course, I was an alcoholic at that time and just drinking. I almost lost everything that time with Mac, and I'm not even. I mean, like we have an apartment below that we can rent out if we need to. It's not like I'm gonna lose this house, right? I don't want to have to rent the apartment out, but I can. And I know my son certainly does not want to live upstairs with me right now because I'm a fucking mess and he is tired of me. And I'm tired of me. I'm fucking tired of me too. And I'm hoping that I'm working through this. I mean, I'm feeling like right now I'm just too tired to even be mad anymore about anything, right? But mostly I've been mad at myself because I keep blowing things up. But I think it's just because I want more than that, right? And I, I, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. That's the problem. I know what I don't want. I know what I don't want. Yes, I do know what I want. I want this. I want to be an artist. I want to be like I applied for the job up at Shea. I would love if they call me, but they won't, right? I mean, okay, I'll just go up there and spend the day working. I'll do what you want me to. I can learn how to do pipes. There's YouTube, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want. I mean, yeah, I do. How do I get it? How do I open a wellness center, right? When I'm not even well? How do I inspire when I am sick? How do I help heal when I am not healed? How do I move forward? Okay, so let's see some more just crazy ass stories. Let's see if oh God, one time. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't even. Oh no, I think I talked about this the other day when I was hitchhiking home from the bar. I remember nights there was I don't know. I lived in this little apartment. I think what had happened when I was working at the Playmate Lounge, and then I met this man named Richard who got me out of there. We lived together for a while. So I was stripping, and I remember I would wear a garter. I wouldn't let anybody see my lower belly because, well, I've got scars down there from this is why this right here. See this? Can you see this scar? This was what tormented me all through my childhood. That right there. Like, I hated the wind. I didn't want anyone to see my whole face. When they did, they made fun of me, right? That tormented me all through my childhood. And now I don't care about it, right? Um, it's weird. Like, I don't care about it. I used to have to do this when the wind would blow so that yeah, kind of like Donald Trump, I'd have to cover something, right? I don't have to do that anymore. Anyway, that tormented me all through my childhood. I can't even remember why I was talking about that. What was I talking about? I was talking about a time. I forgot. It doesn't matter. I'm just babbling. I'm just trying to work through this shit so that I can go out there and get the kind of job I need. I don't want anger, no fear, no chaos, lightness, joy, peace. Do people not see that in me? I don't think I'm showing that. Or something. People aren't receptive. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I being too that's not true. Yes, I do. I remember one time my mom, my sister, and I can't remember what happened. I feel like we were alone a lot as kids. Like, I feel like my mom was gone a lot when we were little, and we were alone. Like latchkey kids. Well, but the thing is we left Utah at a really young age. And I remember being alone when we were young, right, in Utah. But my mom came home and something was missing. I remember she made us stand up on the couch until someone admitted who took it, and she just screamed at us, right? Just raged. Kind of like what I did the other day in the office. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know. Do I have to go through this to get this out of me? Maybe, maybe, maybe. I just want to be okay. I'm not asking for a lot, right? Like I don't even care if I have a bathtub anymore. I really don't. I have a shower. I'm grateful. I miss taking baths like you would not believe, but I'm okay. I am grateful that I have a shower, right? Like, I wish I had a bigger yard for the dogs, but I am grateful for the yard I have, right? Um, I don't want a lot. I just want to be okay again. Well, I don't know if I was ever okay. I was never okay. Fuck, I was never okay. Although I felt a lot more secure in Montana than I do here. But I've been there 25 years, and I've only been here like not long, and it's been hard, And I thought I was going back to a family, only to find out that it was just the abusive boyfriend wanting a booty call, right? When they called me back to that job, that's all that was. I was just a booty call. I've been a booty call many, many times in my life. It's funny. Every single time I've gone back to a job, it's been that way. Every single time. They bring me back because I'm a hard worker, but it never works because I can't. I don't like. I just. Well, I've been happy with my. I mean, if it happens every time, it's got to be me, right? There's something in me that breaks. So I mean, I'm going to admit that clearly. It's because of me, right? So so, and that's okay. Um, I therefore need to put myself in situations that aren't like that, because clearly when I do, I don't react well. So I admit it's me. I know it's me. That's what makes it so fucking hard, is that I can sit here all I want and say what they did, right? It's not them. It's me, and I know this. So how do I move forward like this, right? I mean, because this is where I am right now, and I need to move forward. And I don't know how to move forward. I'm stuck. Breathe. Okay, it's okay. Know who you are. Know who you are. I I went to fucking Europe. I worked 2 jobs and graduated high school and went to Europe, right? I worked 2 jobs and graduated college And in that time, I took my son to Japan. I took him on a cruise to um, Mexico. I took him to San Diego, right? I am not a weak woman. Why am I so stuck? Why? Why can't I seem to like find a way through this minute? I mean, I know there's a way. I know that I'm not stuck. I know that I'm not stuck. I just feel stuck. So I am movement, right? I am movement. Okay. I am growth. Well, I'm growing. That's the problem. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to go back. Where do I go to move forward? Where do I go? I am following my instincts. I am following my instincts. I am moving forward. My creativity and talents are generating more than enough income to live a more than comfortable life and to help others. All I've ever wanted to do. Breathe. I wanted to be such a light on that campus, right? And the thing is it was met with such resistance that I just got pissed and went way over the other side. Although I don't know. I'm cool with dancing at my car in the morning. I'm so cool with that. Jumping around, getting the energy flowing, dancing to a song before you go into an office where you have to stand for 8 hours. I mean, that's who I want to be, right? That's who I am. It's not who I want to be, it's who I am. I want it, and I'm okay with it, right? And I don't know if they were okay with it or not, but maybe it was 150% internal. It doesn't matter now, obviously. I keep rehashing it and rehashing it and rehashing it and rehashing it. Mostly because I'm mad at myself for fucking blowing stuff up again. Because I just do that. I fucking blow shit up and I'm really tired of that. I'm tired of that. So, and that's just the anger, right? That I don't want to live with anymore. So that means I can't put myself in those positions, right? Where I'm gonna get angry. So I just need to be chill. I want a chill job where I can just do my job and be, maybe play these in the background with some positive words, right? Because it's amazing and beautiful and it's positive, right? And I know right now, like, I'm not really being really positive. I know that and like, I'm not even sure if I believe in this shit anymore, to tell you the truth. I mean, let me rephrase that. Yes, I do. I do believe in it because I feel better and I love myself and I'm exercising. I want to believe that I'm going to get out there and surf, right? I want to believe, but I am having a really hard time right now. Believing in myself, I guess, because I'm just tired. And I don't know if I have any more left to push, right? I mean, it would be so much easier if I just stopped. If I just stopped and like got realistic and stayed grounded and just went back to an office job and just took it for what it was right now and just stopped. It would be so much easier. I mean, I'm 57. It hasn't happened. What makes me think? Fuck. Let's see if I can think of a different story, something else, right? I remember sitting at my table doing homework, looking out my window. All my friends were at the swimming pool drinking beer and playing. And I was doing homework because I wanted to graduate. I think I was one of the only ones that did. I mean, they got GEDs, but I was the only one in that group that actually went, you know, stayed in school, stayed in the classes, did the work of the class. Well, GED is work, so I don't even want to. That's not fair. They were partying and I was studying. Let me just put it that way, right? But I did that, right? And and I got pregnant, and I had this child, and I said I was going to make a better life for him, and I did that, right? And then I get here now, and I just don't, like, all of a sudden, all this shit that I've gone through in my life has just like come to the surface, and I don't want him to have to be going through this anymore, and I don't want to have to be going through this anymore. And I don't know my way out of it. I don't know what I'm gonna have, because working is a big part of my life, right? I have to work. I have to work. I have to have a job. I have to make money, right? I'm in debt. I need to fix some shit, right? And it's just such a big part of your life, and I don't want to go back to. I don't want to go backward, right? And I don't. And I'm so afraid of losing all this. Now that I finally found it, right? Because I know I'm already working. I'm like when I was working at the college, I was already working 56 hours or 46 hours a week, right? And then I've got 4 dogs and a house, and I've got a lot of energy. I can do this. I can do this. But I can't spend 40 hours doing something I hate and do this. It's too much of that to have anything left for this, because it takes everything you have to stay positive and just to not lose your shit when you're doing something you hate for 40 hours a week, right? Or you have to like act a certain way, like act like not the true person that you are, right? I am not a professional. I don't want to be a professional. I remember when I was waiting tables, I worked for this man named Ersoon, and he wanted me to be this waitress that I was not, right? I was not a professional waitress. I am a fucking truck stop waitress. I do not, and nothing, and well, obviously I'm not saying anything against truck stop waitresses, because I'm just laid back that way, right? I don't want to have to pretend. Like, there's nothing wrong with high-end waitresses either. I'm just not a high-end waitress, right? I'm not a professional. There's nothing wrong with professionals. I'm just not a professional. It's not. I tried to be a professional for 10 years. God, I want a drink. Fuck. I have sparkling apple cider. That'll work. Fuck. I can't leave the house. Fuck. I don't even feel like I can leave this chair. Fuck. Man, this is rough right now. I know the last time I bought a bottle, I didn't drink it, so it's okay. But I spray painted the shit out of my house. And my poor son came home crazy, right? Because that's where I'm at right now. I just want to do, I don't know, I'm just, I don't even know what to do with myself. I just don't even know. I don't want to do anything, but I want to do everything. Like, I am tired of being this. I remember when, oh, another time shit blew up. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll tell you about that time. How it blew up at the college. Hold on. Maybe I should just talk about how I've blown shit up all my life. I got a lot of those stories. Uh, yeah. No, we're not going out playing. There goes that guilt. Every time I get up, the dogs get up. They think, oh, we're going outside. And I'm like, yeah, dudes, I'm not going outside right now. I mean, they get more than some dogs, less than others, but I don't think there's a whole lot of people that take their dogs walking more than an hour a day, and I have them out in the yard. I know Temperance doesn't play as much as I would like her to. I'm trying to engage her too. A lot of times I get lost in thought when I'm out there. Because I'm clearly at a really fucking weird place right now. I'm not enjoying this video at all. Yeah, it's too, I don't know. What's the music on this one? This one works for now. Hey, Scott Buckley, did you know that there's a woman talking about her mental health issues to your music? Anyway, oh yeah, I was going to talk. Oh, well, wait, I started tea. I'm going to get my tea and then I'm going to talk about how I blew shit up at the college. I hope that I don't even know. My son's working. I'm sure, it's funny. I mean, I feel kind of bad because he's working and I'm not, right? And, and I don't want him, like, I'm not expecting him to carry me, but it kind of makes me mad too because although I don't know that he's not being understanding, he's not saying anything. I need to admit that I am hypersensitive. I am too sensitive. I take things too personally. What's going on? Why isn't it playing? Why don't, why is there no sound? Oh, it's super, okay. So I'm gonna get my tea. Anyway, yeah, that's part of my whatever, my mental illness or whatever, is that I always think I know what people are thinking, right? And it's always negative about me, right? And that, like, I don't know, it's to the extreme, right? Like I think I'm way more important than I really am, right? Um, yeah, I don't know how else to put it, right? And I mean, all of my life I've believed something that I is delusional, right? And that's the thing. I mean, do I just give up on that delusion that like what I envision that I am, right? And go back to what I was, which is not what I am, because it's easier, or do I keep struggling like this? I can't, and just stop. Just fucking stop, right? And then I envisioned that stupid fucking comic thing of the man who's got a pick and he's picking his way through this big dark tunnel and he's just about ready to hit the light, right? And he's walking the other direction. And I'm thinking, am I that close? And I'm gonna walk away? Or am I deluding myself, right? So anyway, another time that I blew. So I got to get my dogs out to play today, but I am not going to go anywhere because I am really afraid to leave the house right now. And I know, I think I don't, I got my poor son. He's so tired of living with me. I don't want to say anything to him about how I've been, I don't know, man. All I can do is cry. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to set him off because he's going through a really hard time too. This is so fucking hard right now. We will get through this, right? On the other side of this. I have been telling myself that for years. Is there another side? Okay, so how I blew up at the college. Okay, so I was working. I decided to go back to college because I was waiting tables, and I had been sober a couple years by then. I got sober in 2007, and this was like in 2009. And when I first got sober, I remember, God, my son's dad had thrown a platter at the back of my head, right? And I left the stitches in for like a long time because I thought that the doctor said I'll see you in like 10 weeks or something like that. And it was like 10 days or something. And so the stitches, yeah, it was bad. But they started hurting and everything. And then I looked it up and figured out why and went back to the doctor. I don't know if it was really 10 weeks or 10 days. I mean, that was probably exaggerated, but it was something like that. But anyway, but I was working at this restaurant, and it was Frontier Pies, and I had been sober at that point not very long, because of the stitches, right? I would still have the stitches. So um, they one day called me and just said, they called me on a Sunday morning, and they said, we are closing the restaurant on Monday. You can come to work today if you want. And I was like, uh, you know, uh, okay. I just gotten sober, and yeah, that happened. And so I went out, got a job waiting tables. I got a job at a place called the Mediterranean Grill. I think I got a job within a couple of days. Didn't take me long at all. And I started working the 10 to 2 shift, and quickly it moved into the 10 to 4 shift, but I worked enough that, and I mean, it was a good money making place. It was known as one of the more prestigious restaurants in Montana. And that man, I don't know, he he was not a very nice man. And we had a meeting one day, and he said to everybody in the room, he was talking about how all of them had these goals, and then he said, and Dauneen, we just don't know about Dauneen, right? And so I went back to school, and he was surprised that I quit. He's like, you're quitting? You're not going to go to school and work here? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to go back to school and focus on school. So I went back to school, and I got a work study position. Um, and that was it was a woman named Joella Faust, and I had the work study working in the A&P. She was an A&P instructor. She had me like grading tests and shit. It was crazy. But I mean, I actually enjoyed it. Like, I set up the rooms, and I cleaned like the microscopes and stuff like that. I mean, it was interesting. And it was interesting, but I did realize at that point that there was no way I'd want to go into nursing because I didn't want to know that stuff, right? But it was an interesting job. But I worked for her for a while, and then I also worked part time, or no, I worked for her, and then a position opened up that was an administrative position in like the Welcome Type Center. The Student Access Center was what it was called. And so I went in there and started working, and I created a procedures manual. And from there, I got hired on as Trio as a support specialist, or a program support, for like 12.75 an hour. And that program, 75% of what the program was brought in was supposed to go to wages, right? So the our director's wife got cancer, and so he was gone a lot because she was terminal, right? And so I took over a lot of it was me and one other person, right? And him, and he was gone. So we had tutors and things. So I took over a lot of stuff. And I remember I couldn't get a raise from them. Wouldn't give me a raise. But I fought, because that's who I am, right? Um, Actually, I did that twice. I fought and I got a paycheck. I got a paycheck for the time that I took over his duties. So they gave me a paycheck, but then from that point forward, they wanted me out, right? That and because, let's see, I fought that. I fought a grade. Like I had an instructor who was giving me an A. I pissed her off and she put me down to a C. And it took me a year to get that C. That's wrong. She put me down to a C minus, just barely passed me. I fought for a year and I got it brought up to a C plus. Wasn't much, but I fought for a year and got it brought up to a C plus, right? So, because I was pissed, just like I fought for that wage, right? I'm like, you guys, they owed me for that time. They wouldn't even give me a raise from $13. Like they went from 12.75 to 13. I think he was trying to get me like 13.75, and they wouldn't do it, right? And it's like 75% of their money needed to, we got $220,000 a year, and 75% of that needed to go to wages, and they couldn't pay me more than $13. You know what I mean? It was just like, so they didn't really like me there because I fought, because I was doing some stuff, like I said, when Kendall's wife was sick and blah blah blah. And anyway, so they didn't like that. And then one time they were charging me for an online class that was hybrid, and I brought it to their attention that they charged me for full online when they weren't supposed to do that. And so they had to refund a bunch of people some money. So there were reasons that they did not like me there, right? Because again, I blow shit up, right? I don't mean to, but fuck, what's right is right, right? I mean, it's like you're just supposed to sit here and take this, right? And not say a word. And it just reminds me of everything that I have ever done all of my life. Like starting from 3 on, I just took it. And if I said anything, I was dramatic, or it was bullshit, or not true, or it was my fault. I was the tart. I was the reason, right? I mean, no, 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 no. It's because this shit is broken. This shit shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't have been happening, right? That shouldn't have happened. It wasn't my fault that I stood up and said, no, this shouldn't happen, right? Anyway, so that's beside the point. Anyway, so they didn't like me. So there was this woman that worked there. She always wore these come fuck me pumps, right? And this was at a college. She was an attractive woman. I mean, I found her to be an attractive woman until she opened her mouth, and then I realized she was very, very unattractive, right? Very unattractive, not kind at all. Very, very, very unkind woman. Um, and she and I just we did not. She was unkind, and I didn't like that, right? So we never would have gotten along. But I can't remember why we were angry. She was angry at me for something. I had done something. And she walked by my desk and said something to me. And I was in the middle of doing, I think I was reconciling the budget, and I had to reconcile the $220,000 budget against the college's budget, and they were able to get in and change their side of it and they did it without letting me know. So I would have had the budget all reconciled with their budget, and then they would change their numbers on the side, and not tell me, and I would have to try to figure out what was going on, why my numbers were off, right? And so I was in the middle, which was again, I should not have had to be doing that, right? Right? But anyway, so I was irritated anyway. So she comes walking by my desk, she says something, and I said one word to her. I said, okay, or you're welcome, or something. And she came back and she was like, don't speak to me in that tone. And I'm like, what tone? I said, you're welcome. And it just went on. She bent, I was sitting, she was standing. She bent over and like, and I just, that was it. That was it. I got up and backed up and just, that was it. I don't even know what I said at that point. I know that voices were raised and I was asked, like, I got the union, um, and I was going to fight it, and I was tired. I was tired, right? So I just took my retirement and I quit, and I had 3 months where I tried to figure out what the fuck to do, and I sat in bed and I ate and I played a game, right? And I played this stupid game on my Kindle because I didn't have any money. And I didn't even have the will to do artwork, right? Or anything, anything. I sat in my bedroom for 3 months after this and ate and played a game. And I just, and I applied for jobs online, right? I applied for jobs like administrative jobs, right? And so I got an interview and hired in the DEQ. It took about 3 months for that to happen at the Department of Environmental Quality. And at that time, I had also applied for the Department of Corrections. And I applied for a position working for the federal government, I thought, right? Well, it was on the base, but it was a state job. And the pay was 14.75 an hour, and it was working for this colonel, right? And so I went for a second interview for that job for 14.75 an hour, and then I'd already gotten a job for $12 an hour, right? And I remember asking the 14.75 job what my chances for advancement were, and he said to me, "Well, you're going to be working for the colonel." And so I immediately left and sent them an email and told them I was I didn't want the position. I was good. And I took the $12 an hour job. Then I cried and cried and cried and cried because I just graduated from college with a bachelor's degree that I was lots and lots in debt. I, worked two jobs, went to school full time for 6 years. And I've said before, a lot of shit happened. We had kidney stones. My house burnt down. My son had an emergency appendectomy, which the freaking because he was on Medicaid, the doctor did not want to perform, right? He was like, did not want to perform it. I, and stupid me, I was like, well, we're going to Japan this summer. And, he's like, well, what? He doesn't have a reason. And I'm thinking, well, if I'm in the air and he has his appendix pops or over there, yeah, there's a reason. If his regular doctor says this needs to come anyway, but I think he was just pissed because I was on Medicaid and going to Japan. But there were so many other reasons I was able to go to Japan. Like, A, my house burnt down and I took some of my insurance money and helped pay for it. B, I'd started to pay for it way before and saved and paid, and like I had been paying and putting money away for it for a long, long time, right? So I was working two jobs. I mean, I was telling them the income I had, right? I wasn't hiding anything. My son was getting medical care, and this doctor was pissed, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But he didn't want to perform the appendectomy, and so I got pissed and was going to take my son to a hospital in a different town. I was pissed, so I was getting ready to leave, and I was like, "Fine, we'll just leave, fine." So I was getting ready to leave, and the nurse went out and started talking to him, and they took it out, and it was twice the size it was supposed to be. So it was there was an issue with his appendix, but the doctor didn't want to take it out, right? And I'm going through all this, right, by myself, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much by myself. I mean, yeah, they made me actually provide a doctor's note at my job saying why I was out that week. That I had to spend that week in the hospital with my son trying to get the doctor to perform the appendectomy first off, and then in recovery second off. Um, and I'm doing this by myself while I am going to school, right? And I still graduated with honors, right? But like nobody knows these things about me, right? So I still walk into a room, and for some reason, I don't know what it is. Like if people are disrespectful in general, disrespectful, disrespectful, yes. Or like I think that's it, right? Like I can't take it personally because it's not me. They don't know me. Because I've done these things, right? And I'm not saying that anybody couldn't do these things. I'm not saying that I am special, but I am saying that I have done these things. And they weren't easy, right? Anyway, that's right. And E and I didn't get along. That was one of the reasons too, right there, because she made me bring in a doctor's note when that happened. Her and this other stupid, frickin' the HR woman were like, and I'm like, what do you mean a doctor's note? I was in the hospital with my son, trying to get an emergency, his appendix removed, and it was an issue, and you want a doctor's note? Okay, so anyway, I brought the doctor's note, but anyway, so we had an issue anyway because of that, and everything else that I've mentioned. So anyway, I sat there for 3 months. So I got a job, DOC, da da da. Fuck, and now I'm here. Don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't want to go back and sit behind a desk and answer the phone, right? I don't want to be forced to ask people for their email addresses. I don't want to be forced to ask people for their phone numbers. I don't want to be forced to not be able to drink enough water that my body hurts so bad, right? I don't, again, I'm talking about what I don't want. Okay, so what do I want? What do you want? What do you want? I want appreciation. I want calm. I want peace. I want easy, as in easy. I just heard the rooster. This obviously is sound from a different video. The rooster is not in this area. I want to be able to use my creativity. Um, I want to be active. I want to provide customer service, but not to the point to where I can't get away to go to the bathroom if I need to. I am asking for a lot, and I'm starting to feel a little better. I'm still really want to drink, though. That's the thing. So I'm hoping that if I just tell my son, dude, I stayed home today because I really wanted a drink, and we'll just drop the mic right there, that he'll be okay with that. I'm sure he will. We're okay. Like, we're not in a really bad position at this point, but if I don't get something together soon, we will be. Um, so, you know, and here's another fact, my tinnitus. My ear is constantly ringing. Constantly. It never stops. Never. Right? And it's like, I am overcoming. I am overcoming. I am overcoming. Yeah, working at the Department of Corrections was a trip. I was becoming really hard. Really hard. Like, I was starting to be the kind of person who was like, if I would see somebody with a cardboard sign, I'd be like, get a fucking job, right? Because my anger was coming out other ways. Because, well, when I was there, like, when I would get upset with people there, because I too, not as much though, because my boss, again, I have said this multiple times, that man, I'll tell you what, Kevin, what was his last name? Kevin. I can't think of his last name right now, but I appreciated him. I I believe I appreciated him. He did not allow people to treat me poorly, right? To a point. I mean, Sue, there were some people that did some shit under that, but for the most part, if I had ever gone to him with any of that, I think he would have stepped up because he seemed to respect me, you know? And I don't know if it's because he had worked in law enforcement all of his life and he could see who I actually was and where I pulled myself up from. You know, he might have just seen that in me without knowing it, or, but he, you know, he just, I don't know, he just treated me with respect, and I wish that I could get that from other bosses. Like, I wish he treated me with respect. Um, there were others there that did not, but because of the fact that it came from him, that was more than I've gotten from a lot of places, so it helped a lot, right? I can't say that there were a lot of other people. Well, no, there were a few people there that treated me with respect. It was just the work itself was so rough, right? Like, I would read offender files, right? Because I would have to look at letters, and I would have to, there were things that I would have to look for. Like, I did work for different parts of the DOC, and so I would have to read things that they did and the things that they did, right? And it, like, I knew when I was there that there was a lot of stuff that I was suppressing, because when I would read those files, feelings came over me, right? But I stuffed it down. Well, I've never really thought about this part of everything too. This is also a factor in all of this, right? I worked at the Department of Corrections for 3 years and read sex offender files. I read about women that were doing what I had done. Those women would call me on the phone and beg me get pushed their paperwork through, right? So I was in a very triggering environment, but I stuffed it down and stuffed it down and stuffed it down and stuffed it down and stuffed it down until I got tired and needed to get out. And then I came into another really triggering environment, right? And now I'm in this life that doesn't even feel real. I don't even feel real half the time. I don't even know, like, I keep expecting to wake up and be back in Montana, or like all this has been a dream. I just don't even know. It's just, I have not felt grounded or settled in like years. And I just want to feel like I fucking belong somewhere, right? And that's the thing, is that you work the majority of your life. So if you can't feel something at your job besides discomfort, right? Like, I don't want to feel discomfort. I want to feel comfortable. I'm trying to think of when I've ever felt like I felt fairly comfortable at the DOC because I just did my job and everyone left me alone. That wasn't. I mean, there were people there that I didn't like that irritated me and shit, but whatever. You just walk past them, right? That was more the other things like the, and it was one thing that Kevin said, and I appreciated this. He said he never heard me speak disrespectfully to anybody on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, I was explaining one time to an offender. I wasn't supposed to do this, but I told him I was going to check into his paperwork. I'm like, oh, let me look into it today, and I'll hunt it down, see what I can find, and call me back tomorrow, because I couldn't call him. He was in prison, right, or somewhere. He needed to call me. I said, and you call me back tomorrow. What time can you call? Blah blah. Um, and I will have an answer for you, right? And I finished the conversation and put down the phone and looked, and Kevin was standing there, and I'm like, oh, I know I was not supposed to do that, And he's like, no, 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 that was fine, and because I was not supposed to do that, right? But that's who I am, right? And that's the thing with this last job. That's who I am, right? And so that is what I do, right? If I, and the funny thing is when I left there, it's like I tried to make a point out of one situation, and I think that they all thought that I was, like, I wasn't grounding everything on that situation. It was just one situation where, I mean, it happened multiple times where I was not allowed to give my, to do that, to do the job to that level that I did that job when I was working at the Department of Corrections. Like, in the beginning, it was hard for me to do that because I didn't know what I was doing. But once I figured it out and I got it down, I was able to do my job to that level, right? And I think had I stayed at the college, because they were going to hire 2 more people to fill the positions, I would have been able to do my job to that level then too. The thing is I would have had to have gone through a lot of stuff to get to that point, and I just honestly don't think that I have that right now. I need to not go through a lot of shit to get to a point to where my job is not chaos, right? I mean, I don't think that that's a lot to ask to be. I mean, and it's been that way everywhere I've gone, though, is the thing. It's like, and they keep saying, oh, well, nobody wants to work. Well, because everywhere people work is chaos, and you expect way too fucking much for way too little, right? You expect us to give you our lives so that you can go to space. I just, or live in your nice houses on, whatever you have that you need so much that you can't pay people a living wage, that type of thing. Like going for this interview at this chiropractor's office where the whole wall is just lined with degrees and certificates and all this, and it's super like clean and just uptight as shit, right? And it's like, but they want to pay you the minimum while you give them the maximum, because you have to pass this certification test to stay there, right? And you have to learn things, and you have to move forward. You can't just walk into this kind of a thing, and but they want to pay you the minimum while you learn that. And the woman has the nerve to say to me, when I say, well, I can't live on that, well, you'll be working your other job too, right? I mean, yeah. Why I'm learning all this stuff you're throwing at me too, it's just, so, I guess I get the minimum, Well, I don't want the minimum. You know, $15 an hour. I mean, come on, right? $17 an hour would be really cool, you know? But, I mean, what do I have to do to get that? What do I have to put up with, right? Do I have to not be able to give my 100% because there's too much work for one person to do? So I can only give maybe 50 if I'm lucky to each thing, right? I mean, that's how that works. When you have the work of three people, you can give, if you give 50, you're pushing it, right? So I need to get out of this chair and do something, and I'm just fucking stuck right now. The only thing I just fucking want to drink. Yeah, can't do that. Can't have a drink. Can't have a drink, right? In this moment, I am judging nothing. I am free to just be. To move through this day trusting, not forcing, no anxiety, no anger, and no fear. I am shedding the pieces of me that found solace in anger and fear, as they are no longer serving a purpose. I am inhaling the present and I am exhaling the past. I gotta take resonance around somewhere today. I can't just sit here and what do I do? I guess I can work on my turtle. If people would buy my artwork, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. I am flourishing. In this moment, I am new. It's only 11:30. I don't know, I feel like part of me, and this is my fault for caring what people think, right? Like, I'm sure my neighbors have heard us screaming over here, right? And, like, I've been out of control for a while. Well, I'm calm now, right? But all these memories coming back to me and all this shit that I have been stuffing for so many years, um, is fucking out there now, right? And I don't know how to be. I don't even fucking know who I am, right? And so I don't want my neighbors to see me in my yard because I'm like, I know they're wondering, like, and it's like I fucking should not even care if they wonder. Fuck them. If I end up losing my house, then, which I'm not going to lose my house. I don't even want to visualize or even think about that. I am not going to lose my home. I will work. I will do what it takes. I will beg. I will go to McDonald's and beg for a fucking job. I'll do it all. I will not lose my home. But I know that, right? I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep my house and stay happily in a job. This is where the problem is right now. I need to do enough to keep this house and to stay get these credit cards paid off. You know, my son, thank God, is working and helping, and I have some money put away which should go toward the credit cards. Um, so I will keep my home. But can I keep my home and spend 40 hours a week happy is a whole nother thing, right? I mean, I know that it's in me. Like, I can go to the job and choose not to be happy, and that's fine. Um, I will be happy, right? Um, will I be fulfilled? That's, will I feel like I'm just wasting more of my life, you know? Like, that's the problem, you know? Should I just put away the creativity and just say forget it? Because if I, you know, if I get, if I go back to, I mean, that's not true. I guess I'll have time. It just, not as much. But, and I don't know, am I just wasting my time? Right? I mean, I'm pushing myself so hard, maybe I should just stop. But if I stop, then I have to give up the things that I love. I am flourishing. I want to drink. Fuck, I want to drink. God damn it. This is bad. I haven't wanted to drink like this. It's been a month, maybe. It had been a long time since I have wanted a drink. Since I've been in Oregon, I've wanted a drink a lot more than like the first however many years. It's just an escape, right? I don't want to, like, I don't want to die, but I just want to escape for a while. And there's, like, I can go sit at the ocean, right? But when I come back, I still have this house. I still have these dogs. I still have these bills. I still have this situation where I still have to find a job, right? Doing something that is not gonna fucking take every piece of my soul from me because it is not who I am, right? Like I have not been me for so long that now that I finally know who I am, I don't really want to have to put it away, and I don't know how to do that in these jobs that are out there, right? Like, I can't work as a professional office person and do yoga at my desk, right? When I'm in between people. I mean, or can I, right? Are they gonna, like, it doesn't matter. I don't want to stand behind a fucking desk. I don't fucking want to do that. That's all there is. I am choosing freedom. I am secure in who I am. I am secure in this skin. I am on the path toward my ultimate life goal. It's so funny. When I shot these videos, I had so much hope. I can feel it. It's just not there anymore. I mean, I could feel how I felt in that moment, but it's just not there. It's gone. How do I get it back? Or do I just, maybe just for a while. I keep been telling myself that my whole life. It's just a little while longer. Just a little while longer. Just a little bit longer, right? And then if we want to talk about where, because like, I don't want to feel like I've regretted anything in my life, but then again, in a way, I've regretted everything, right? I've blown everything up, and I'm at a place right now where I am looking back and thinking, you know, although it doesn't even, I mean, what's the fucking point, right? It doesn't matter. Because you can't do that. There is no looking back. There is, but there's no going back there. There's no changing any of that. This is where I'm at, right? So that said, like I don't know if I would have brought a child into this world. A, because I had no business being a parent. His father had no business being a parent. And had I foreseen this future, I don't know. I don't understand people having kids right now. I'm a little confused by it. Um, because I just don't. And affirming till I'm fucking dead will not change it, right? So, I don't know. Alright, there we go. It's light in here now. It looks a lot better. It was too dark, I need to take. I was trying to block out the sound for this stupid job, and I don't know. I need to go out and play with my dogs. Every time I get up, they're like, oh, we're playing, and I've got to. I don't know, I want to go to this nursery and apply, and this is going to sound really fucking bad, but I looked at the picture, like I looked at a picture online of people that work there, and I got, I don't know, this area is just, all areas. We're all so, so different now. like I went to apply for a job yesterday and the guy didn't have a mask on and I did, right? And it's like, I don't know. I want to work somewhere where you have to wear a mask, but then I don't want to work somewhere where you have to wear a mask because I don't like I want to wear my mask mostly because my teeth are such a fucking mess and because I don't want this shit to spread anymore. I should say mostly that. um, but it's easier for me, I should say, because I don't like my teeth, right? So I guess if I liked my smile, I might, it might make it more difficult for me, but I still would want to wear one because people are dying, right? And it's not getting better. And like, we really need this thing to end so that life can, like, my son can do something and get out and meet people and not just be stuck with me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I visualize for myself anymore because um everything I step into is just I just need peace and calm, right? I need peace and calm. And I need to be able to just focus on one job at a time, right? I don't want I've been the person who has helped, who has multitasked. I need peace and calm and serenity and peace, calm, and serenity. Alright, so that's what I have to hunt for. So I need to get up tomorrow morning, get off the fucking pity pot, right? Print out my resumes again, get up first thing. I don't know where to go. I know nothing. Go to more smoke shops, nurseries. Um, I thought about pet grooming, but my tinnitus is just so bad that although it doesn't matter, everything sets it off. My talking sets it off right now. I mean, it's my ear is fucked up. So that's on top of everything. I wonder if I should check into some kind of a disability, right? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I do have a disability, that's clear, but to get that kind of help, just I don't have time for that. I could check into it, but I need a job. But that makes it hard to go places like Taco Bell, right? Which I would rather do than work behind a desk. I just do not want to sit behind a desk. I should do. There's this cleaning job. January 26, 2022. Staff accountant. Here we go. Let's put this over here for a second. Staff accountant. Coos Bay, Oregon. Experienced millwright. Commercial lube oil technician. Booking consultant. Management team member. Sales associate. Medical receptionist, medical assistant, front desk receptionist, phlebotomist, prevention services assistant, retail merchandiser. It's in Bandit. What? Missouri, Cook Hill, cashier FARS. thought about that one. I don't know though. A lot of these places test for cannabis. So I would not pass the cannabis test. I have a medical marijuana card and I use it. So, you know, so that's another thing. Here we go. Is this new? Just posted. Alright. Oh, Georgia. Okay. Why the fuck is this shit in Coos Bay? It's Georgia. I wonder what that... Even though I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to do that. Maintenance worker. $13 an hour. What's a guest arrival coordinator? Huh. Is it, oh, that's in Tennessee. Okay. Goodwill. Warehouse. Remote. I love how they give you $12 to $18 an hour to work from home. All your own stuff. I wonder, it's, you know, it's not, they always say 18. They give you, like, if you're lucky, 13. They all lie to get you there. This one's, see, I thought about this one, but it's the same thing, behind a desk, right? Internship. Internship. Or I am live still, I don't know. I love all this shit in my chat, whatever, fuck. Oh my god, $9 to $10 a day. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Well, okay. Virtual assistant. Georgia. Why am I getting all these stupid places? There's nothing. Fuck it. It's stupid. I'm just gonna have to go out there and find something. I don't wanna, I don't know. I need to just read, do a read, play with my dogs, quit feeling sorry for myself, get past the fact that I'm fucking lost, and get on with it. Sitting here feeling sorry for myself, wanting a drink is not gonna fucking solve a damn thing. I want to be that guy out there. I'm gonna be that guy out there. I'm doing that. Fuck it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna find a way. I don't fucking care. I am not gonna go back to office work though. I'm not fucking doing it. I just do not want to be an answering machine. I fucking do not want to do it. Alright. What time is it? Alright, I'm gonna do this read and then I'm gonna go play with my dogs because I gotta be normal, even though I feel like nothing will ever be normal. Ever. I've always felt this way. Never felt real. Someday, huh? Alright, I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna do a read. Hopefully I'm still streaming. I don't know, I was disconnected and then I don't know, it doesn't matter. People don't, there's some people watch, but I got all this stuff in my chat. Alright, I'll be back. Just like being a parent, you have to freaking take care of shit, right? I've got animals that need me to play, so I have got to be, and need food, and need shelter. And I have a son that needs me to be a mom, even though right now I'm fucking done. Like, I want to just, if I did not have these things right now, I would probably be living in a van. I'm done, right? I'm really, really, really tired of having to do what I've had to do and continue to do in order to live. Um, I I'm gonna put my energy out there as much as I possibly can to have something where I can be creative come to me. Um, I don't know if I have a whole lot left. Like I'm ready to start walking away. Right, I'm ready to just give up on this shit. And just like go back to just working in an office and being that person again. I wasn't happy, but things were a little bit more settled. And now that I already know stuff, like I won't be angry anymore because I can just be now because I know where the anger comes from. So I can just be like, I don't want to be mad anymore. So I got no reason to be mad anymore. I mean, I don't, I'm really, like, this is what really bothers me is like the last, like, I was resigned to this before the college and I decided to part ways, right? I was resigned to just, um, the fact that this is where I was, right? That I was going back to office work and I was going to be expected to do this much work and I was just going to go in there and just not care, right? And not like not put so much of myself into caring about it because like they told me it was 150%, right? So I was going to not do that. And that's where I'm at. I mean, that's kind of, but see, since that didn't happen and I wasn't there and I didn't have to do that, so now I was thinking, okay, well, now let me try to get what I really want, right? Because this is, since I blew that up, let me see if I can get what I really want, right? And I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't know where that is. I don't know what to do. I don't have time to fuck around. I have things that are counting on me, right? That I need to be whole for, that I need to not keep like going off sideways and losing my shit. And so, in order to do that, do I have to just put myself away? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I keep telling myself just for a little while longer. Just do it a little while longer. I've been telling myself that all my life. And now I look at it and I'm 50 fucking 7, telling myself just do it a little while longer. All right, I gotta read. All right, let's see. Let's do. I'm gonna do it to the new video again because I like it. Someone called me out on it yesterday because I guess the music was too loud. Whatever. They're probably right. It probably is, but I don't know. I just keep clicking, keep clicking. So yeah, maybe since this is where I'm at, the spaces between. This is what I think it is. Yep. Okay. This is old. This was taken in April of last year, I think. It's beautiful though. It's the sun setting in the ocean. So, you know, the song is The Space Between by Scott Buckley. Today is Wednesday, January 26, 2022. It is 11:55 here on the Oregon coast. I was looking at that job for a radio host. What do you think? My voice would probably fly. Think they'd get me teeth? Yeah, see? Delusions of grandeur, right? I'm not that special. Okay. Well, fuck, I'm 57. If anything was gonna happen for me, it would have happened by now, right? Okay. And I'm still gonna start my affirmation with this. Today is Wednesday, January 6, 2022. Welcome to my reading of I Am Affirmations. I am allowing myself to dream big. To have faith and to trust. I am confident. I am more than worthy. I am more than enough. I am moving forward, my thoughts creating what is ahead of me. I am opening myself up to peace, kindness, and serenity. I am surrounding myself with like-minded souls. I am aware. I am aware. I am listening. I am moving forward in positive light. I just had a thought. There was a place that I saw downtown the other day. It was a pizza place, but it was a bakery and a chocolate artesian something. And I remember thinking about that place because I sculpt. Well, and I've got experience in all of that food, all of that, not baking, but I sculpt, right? And I always thought it would be cool to do that. Like, then my sculpt, I could sell my work, right? People would buy cakes with the sculptures. They eat it, whatever. People buy it and they collect dust, whatever, right? Um, but I just remembered that place. So I'm gonna go by there tomorrow. I don't know what time they open. I don't want to leave the house today. I know I should, but I just can't. I'm afraid, right? I'm really I don't want to drink. And I don't know. Um, I am fairly sure that walking around I would be fine if I were to see a bar, um, or a place where I could go have a cocktail on the water. Um, I believe I would probably be fine. I don't know though. That thought right there sounded really, really good right now. Like a margarita or a fucking shot of Jack Daniels sounds good. A shot of Crown sounds really good. A couple shots of Crown. Fucking bottle of Crown. Tomorrow I feel like dog shit, so I won't do that because I don't want to feel like that. Right? I've got too much to do, and I don't have time for a day like that. It's bad enough when I have half days in bed because my mental mind is just like I don't know um, where to go right now. I'm super lost, but I'm gonna go check out that guy. That guy. I think he used to go to the college, so I'm just gonna go check that place out. Maybe he'll be hiring. I can help him cook and bake and clean and whatever. Fuck, he, she, them, it. I don't know. It's hard getting in these places that are family owned, right? Or the smaller places. Like they don't. It's hard. It's hard, and that's that's really what I want. I don't like. Kind of I want, but kind of I don't. I don't know. I don't like. I hate these jobs that are like, oh, we're like a family, and it's like, if this is how you treat family, I don't want to be a part of your family, right? My family's already treated me that way, and I don't have anything to do with them either, right? I don't. So it's just well, and I don't know. So anyway, okay. So I thought about that in the middle of my read. My dogs are barking. I need to be functional. I need to go out in the daylight and not worry about what people are thinking. Um, I'm having a really hard time coming out of shit in the mornings. Like getting through the nights is hard. Last night I had an ice cream sandwich, but I didn't make myself get sick. So thank fucking God. Right? This fucking bulimia is just, oh, top of everything else. Fuck. I'm 57 and I still fucking have bulimia, right? I mean, fuck me. That said, again, it's not the reason why I've lost 50 pounds because I've always had bulimia. I've had bulimia when I weighed 185 pounds, when I weighed 190 pounds. I mean, I've always had it. It did not matter. So, it just gets worse depending on period. Actually, I think it was worse when I weighed more, truthfully. Um, you know, truthfully, because yeah, but that's neither here nor there either. It's just another fucking thing, right? I wonder how many people are in this boat with me that are just like walking through life being pissed off, right? So that's why I'm trying to be kind to others and I'm trying to understand that. That said, I need to keep myself out of trigger situations. So I'm opening myself up for that to happen. I'm gonna go check out this little bakery shop tomorrow. I'm gonna print out some more resumes and take them out tomorrow. It's hard though. It's so like you drop off these resumes, you get dressed and you go out and it takes a lot out of me to do this continuously. I've been doing this for years. It's not like this is new. I've been doing this for years, putting out resumes for years, putting myself out there for something different, to try to do something different, to try to get outside of being a waitress and being an administrative assistant, right? Like I've been doing this for years. This isn't a new thing for me. And I just keep hitting walls, right? And now I'm at a fucking wall right now. Like I'm literally considering just going into Taco Bell and begging them for a job and just saying I'll give you 6 months and not doing anything but working there for 6 months because I'm just so fucking tired, right? And if they could deal with the tinnitus, then I don't, I mean, the work is fine. I have no problem with that. It's fucking work and it's not behind a desk. But it's not artistic either, but it's not behind a desk. And I'm moving, I'll be moving, doing stuff. and it won't be by myself, you know, but do I want to work in fast food? I mean, that environment too, you know, I mean, restaurants typically are environments that are not healthy, right? Like there's a lot of drug usage and a lot of drinking and all right, I'm going to the bakery tomorrow. I'm going to finish my read. I'm going to start again because I got distracted by the thought that came through my head, which is good. That's why I do these things, right? Do you think I should write it down? I don't know that I'll forget, but. So last year, I worked one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 jobs. 7 jobs. I have to. I'm waiting for 7 things to file my taxes. None of them was more than, well, I'm still doing the cleaning job. So that one, but the rest of them, none of them I think was more than like a month or a month and a half. I would probably, yeah, because I'm trying to figure out what to do, right? And I'm not fitting. Like nothing is fitting. So again, it's not like I'm not trying. And you know, maybe I'm not because, well, no, I am trying. Let me rephrase that. I'm trying. It's just I know that I'm hypersensitive, so I need to stop that. I got that. I take on too much. I need to stop that. I got that. I got that. Um, but I'm spending 40 hours a week somewhere. Then it's like, so okay, I got those 2 things, and then I'm like, okay, so I just need to not care, right? Or not care so much. Care halfway. I just don't even know. It's like all of those places, all of those jobs that I had, it's like were like they weren't anything that would stretch my creativity in any way. And I think that is why I I've let that part of me out, right? Totally out. Like and now I can't put it back. And how do I get a job now? Okay. Seriously, if I could just go somewhere and be the hippie grandma, I'd be happy. I mean, I'm old enough, right? I'm 57. Can I just go somewhere and be the hippie grandma and just be like the eccentric hippie grandma who dresses really eccentric and dances in her car and everybody's like she's just the eccentric hippie grandma but she does a good job so we pay her well and we show her respect because she's the you know that's who she is who does art who's an artist right that's I'm cool with that. I would rather not be a grandmother as in grandchildren, just the age of my body. But you know, I just yeah, okay, I got to go back to reading. I'm going to go to the bakery place tomorrow. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I actually thought about that place during COVID because I'm an artist, right? I sculpt. I find sculpting to be, as a matter of fact, that's what I'll do today. I'll record. I'm going to work on my turtle and I'm going to paper mache the body and I'll record it because it is so, like, I'm going to turn on music and just, that's what I'm going to do today. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So that makes me feel better that I have a plan to at least do something. I'm feeling better. I'm an artist. I'm going to do my art and I'm going to find a way to work that I can do my art. I'll go talk to this person. Maybe they'll listen, maybe they won't. I don't want to get my hopes up because I always get these really grandeur ideas. Oh, I'm going to go here and they're going to see and it's going to be great and wah wah, right? But I keep reading this stuff and I keep believing, right? I'm 57 and I'm still fucking believing, right? Even though I keep hitting walls, I'm still believing. Even though my mental illness has caused me to blow some shit up. Um, and I think mostly because my psyche just knows that that's not what I need. That's not where I need to be, right? And I need to listen to the different parts of me. I need to listen to Elle. When Elle is afraid and freaking out, I need to listen to her. There's a reason that she's doing that, right? Um, and when Shea wants to pull over the car and dance, I need to listen to her, right? When Dauneen needs to be serious, I don't want to listen to her anymore. If we listened to Dauneen, we'd end up back fucking working in an office. Let's put her away for a while. I do not, I do not want to go back to working behind a desk. Not, I mean, I don't mind doing some office work a little bit. Like, I enjoyed the fact that when I was at this last place, I was able to stand, right? So I was able, like, I had this really cool mat that I could like balance on and stuff, and it was fun, and I enjoyed that. I'm sure people watching me are like, "Oh my God," because I could not hold still. It was bad. I couldn't hold still. It was funny, but it told me that it's going to be really difficult for me. Like I could not go somewhere and sit for 8 hours. There's just no way. I can't do it. I know I'm sitting right now for a long time, but I'm getting up a lot. But it's just anyway. Okay, shh, shh, I need to do a read. I need to play with the dogs, and I'm going to work on my turtle. Okay, breathe. Everything's okay. You're fine. Everything will be okay. You are fine. You are safe. You are safe. You've gotten through so much. So much. So much. Dude, you slept on the side of the fucking freeway when you were hitchhiking to Florida, or you worked as a stripper, driving through the streets of Hollywood, Florida, buying crack cocaine in the ghetto. I mean, hitchhiking when you were what? Oh my gosh, I'll have to tell this story. My hitchhiking story. Okay, I got to tell one more story before I um before I do a read. This is insane because again, I was young, 12, 13, not old at all. Not old enough to be doing this shit, I'll tell you. Okay, so again, I'm not really good with the ages. I know that all of this stuff happened to me between the ages of 12 and 15 when I moved out because I was still living at home with my mother when this happened. But there was another girl and I decided to run away from home. And so we hitchhiked. We got on the freeway and we hitchhiked from Sacramento, California to Reno, Nevada, right? And again, between the ages of 12 and 15 because I was living at home. So, and probably 14 because we were still living in Davis. So we moved to Winters right about when I was 14, just before I moved out at 15. So anyway, but we hitchhiked from Sacramento, California to Reno, Nevada. And it was right around the time back, God, it had to, well, it was a while ago anyway. But what had happened was there was a girl that got kidnapped or something, but they found there was this girl who got someone like cut her arms off, and she was walking on the side of the road, and the police got her, and it was this big ordeal, right? Well, it was right about that time that had happened, and then we decided to get this bright idea to go hitchhike, right? Which is just insanity that we did that when we were young, and that's what was going on in the area we were at, right? My mom said one of her friends saw us hitchhiking on the side of the road and went and told my mom, who I don't know what happened, but anyway, we made it to Reno, Nevada, and I don't know what we thought we were going to do. And I don't even know how we ended up with this. Of course, we found somebody who was a predator, right? Or he found us who was a predator. And we were wandering around, little girls, and probably with backpacks or, oh, that's right, we did. We had bags because I remember there was a truck driver that picked us up, and he put all of our stuff in the back of his truck, and he was scaring us. And so we were trying to figure out how we were going to get our stuff out of the back of his truck and get away from him. I don't remember how we did it, but we figured out a way and we got away from him. And then we got a ride with a really nice retired gentleman. I think we only had at that point another 15, 20 miles to go. But this retired gentleman picked us up in a motorhome, and he was like really questioning us, like, yeah, okay, where do you live there? And he was like, oh, you live by the library? And we were saying, oh, yeah. And whatever he said was like a bar or something, and we had thought it was like an actual library or something, right? So he knew that he was not dropping us off, and I don't know that he was comfortable with it, but what could he have done, right? Anyway, so we did get a predator, ended up getting a hold of us, and we were with him drinking and partying and whatever else we were doing as young girls in Reno, Nevada. Um, but we got really drunk, and we went down to a payphone, and we had called our parents, and we were crying, and a woman heard us at the payphone doing that. She called the police, and the police came and picked us up and called our parents to come and pick us up from Reno. And at the time when we were waiting for our parents to come and get us, we were like in this jail cell where they took everything from us, but like we had like pants, t-shirts, and socks, and we were running and skidding on our socks across this jail cell because we were all wasted. And oh my god, and literally we're not that old when that happened, right? It's insane to me when I think of all the times that I hitchhiked in my lifetime when I was that age, right? And that I'm still alive. I know one time, Jesus, I need to go out and play with my dogs. I'm gonna make my turtle. I'm actually gonna just talk about this shit. I need to get it out. I understand. I'm fucked up, right? I think we all are, to a point. So I don't like I know I'm not special, and I know I'm not the only one, but I really need to understand why I do the things I do that really I don't like. I love who I am, and I love all the pieces of me, but I don't like some of the things I do, right? And I want to not do those things. And I want to know why I do those things so that I cannot do those things, right? I don't want, like, when someone pushes me, I want to be able to calmly say, right now you're really making me feel uncomfortable. Can you please give me a moment? And I think if you say something in that tone and walk away and stay calm, right? Whereas I have been like, so, so I had, yeah, and I kind of know why, right? Because I have just been through some shit, right? And I forgot what I was going to talk about. Okay, I was going to write it down. Oh, yeah, 4th of July. There was a 4th of July where it was insane at a fireworks show. I don't like fireworks. Anyway, fireworks. Like, I have discovered recently that something happened to me very young, and there were fireworks in this whole scenario. And I don't know if what happened was necessarily on the 4th of July, but it was around that period. and there were and actually in my memory of what happened is I had gotten sunstroke and I had to go stay inside of a camper because was sick with sunstroke, right? And I remember having to stay in that camper and having to be in there by myself, but I did not end up staying alone in there. There was visitors, right? And it wasn't pleasant. And a fireworkser um, involved in that memory. So I've never done well on the 4th of July or with fireworks. I never knew why until like I put this shit together like uh last year sometime, right? And I know that these things, like for a while, when I was remembering them, like I don't let myself remember it. Like I have not let myself go back there too much because it's overwhelming, right? It like whoosh, it's a flood, and I get really, it's not. I don't need to do that. I mean, I kind of feel like I do, but I just don't. I right now I need to focus on other things, right? I need to get a job, and I need to maybe I need to focus on it. Maybe I need to remember it. Maybe I need to go back. Maybe I don't know, right? I just know I don't do well on the 4th of July. So anyway, I have a story about the 4th of July, though it's a crazy one, but now it makes more sense to me what happened to me there. I did not know what happened to me that night and why I like went so sideways as I did, and now I understand what happened. Anyway, and now I understand why I always on the 4th of July, right? I never understood why until recently. So I'm gonna do a read. Then I have to play with my dogs. They're going ape shit. I don't blame them though. I've been in here just talking to nobody about my woes, crying, feeling sorry for myself. Well, no, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm just tired and frustrated. I don't feel sorry for myself. I know I have a lot. I know I am grateful, right? I am grateful for what I have. I just, I just I want to be able to keep it without selling my soul, right? I want to finally be a butterfly, right? That's all. I cocooned. I got 30 good years left. Can I be a butterfly now? Okay. Okay. Man, look at how wrinkly my eyes are getting from rubbing them like that. It's not good, but I don't know. I mean, I'm 57. I'm not gonna look like I'm not, right? I don't know. Too much emphasis is put on that shit. These are our bodies. This is what happens, right? I know, I know. I want teeth. That's a health thing too, actually. All right, I'm gonna read. I gotta go play with my dogs. Then I'm gonna work on my turtle. I'm gonna do paper mache and record it because I think it's soothing. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. See if I can actually do it this time. Okay, 1224. All right. Okay. Today is Wednesday, January 26, 2022. Welcome to my reading of I Am Positive Affirmations. This is Shea coming to you from Coos Bay on the Oregon coast. Thank you for joining me on this journey of darkness and light. Mostly light. Mostly light. I am moving through my day with a deep feeling of gratitude. I am judging nothing start this again. Actually, I want to record to my new one, so I'm going to do this with my new video because I want to put this out with just me reading and not my picture and none of this bullshit, crazy mental illness stuff that I'm going through. All this bullshit. Which I'm going to leave out there because who knows? Maybe someday somebody will get it and be like, hey, dude, me too. I totally understand what you're saying. Okay. This is uplifting. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do a read. All right, breathe. I'm going to start over and then I'm going to go play with my dogs. Okay. It is 12:26. Okay. Today is Wednesday, January 26, 2022. Welcome to my reading of I Am Positive Affirmations. It actually is currently 12:27 and sunny here on the Oregon coast. Oh, okay. Yeah, a little bit of humor today. All right. And we begin. I am moving through my day with a deep feeling of gratitude. I am judging nothing. I am forgiveness. I am forgiving myself and I am forgiving others. I am choosing freedom. I am calm. I am peace. I am surrounding myself with serenity. I am releasing chaos. I am releasing fear. I am releasing anger. I am aware that I am creating each moment that is unfolding in front of me. Each thought that I am thinking is creating my truth. In this moment, I am new. I am positivity. I am prosperity. to the universe and accepting all of the positive possibilities that are being offered to me. I am listening. I am aware. I am receptive. I am open. Okay. Get back in the zone. The dogs, just like children. Never understand, or not, yeah, I don't understand how people who have a lot of children do it. Have a lot of dogs, and I'm like, sometimes. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna start again. Actually, I need to get rid of what I just did there. I was recording that, and I don't want that. Delete, because I'm trying to record a recording that I can put out there that's not me being the different pieces of me coming to surface in different times of the day. Trying to pull this, excuse me. I'm trying to pull us all together and go forward here. Okay, so where was I? Okay, start the recording. I am opening my soul to the universe and acknowledging all of the positivity that is presented to me. From this moment forward, I am reacting in a calm and peaceful manner. I am releasing anger. I am releasing fear. I am expanding my perspective. I am adding worth. I am patient. I am kind. I am kind to myself. I am forgiving myself. I am listening to myself. Know who you are. Know who you are. And have faith in that. I am grounded. positive and confident ease. I am entrusting the universe. I am intuitive. I am trusting myself to recognize the opportunities that are presented to me. I am selective. I am open. I am breathing with ease. I am inhaling positivity. And I am exhaling negativity. I am healthy, body, mind, and soul. I am happy. I am radiant. Outside factors do not dictate my self-worth. I am more than worthy. I am more than valuable. And I am more than enough. I am giving myself this moment to stop. To breathe. To appreciate the beauty that is presented to me. I am wholly living in this moment. I am insightful. I am trusting and I am following my instincts. I am acknowledging that I am responsible for my actions as well as my reactions. And from this moment forward, I am reacting in a calm and peaceful manner as I am releasing the anger. I am releasing the fear. I am moving forward with confidence. I am unafraid. am embracing my faults as they are the beauty that I am. They are my superpowers. They are my uniqueness. I am moving forward with a holistic focus. I have broken the chain, and there is no longer dysfunction in my life. I am forgiveness. I am forgiving myself, and I am forgiving others. I am embracing each lesson as they are to me like rain is to nature. They are contributing to my growth. I am embracing each of life's lessons as they are to me like rain is to nature. They contribute to my growth. They are adding to my journey. I am a lifelong learner. I am through the darkness and moving in the light on butterfly wings. I am creating a life of color, light, and joy as I am acknowledging that I am the leading light of my life. I am all colors. I am illumination. I am acknowledging that my physical age is not relevant to my healing. My soul has chose the time for me to heal. In this moment, I am healing. I am moving forward. I am evolving. I am recognizing and then I am releasing the things that cause me discomfort and pain, as they are of limited value. I am releasing. I am letting go. I am in control of my emotions. I am allowing myself to feel. I am allowing myself to feel, to move through this time in my life with an open heart and an open mind as to understand I am shining light in the dark corners as to see only through knowledge can I move forward. I am aware I am making a conscious choice to be a benefit to the universe, to assist others, and to add value. I am generous. I am nurturing. I am trustworthy. I am one with this moment. I am keeping my body healthy with exercise and by eating nutritious foods. I am eating to live. I am keeping my mind healthy through rest and meditation. I am reflection. I am keeping my spirit and my soul healthy through positive thought. I am positivity. I am holding myself tall, core strong, shoulders relaxed, head high, and mind's eye open. I hold my hands to my heart and feel the warmth and the life force that generates inside of me. I am radiating positivity, gratitude, and love into the universe. In this moment, I am grateful for everything. But I'm especially grateful for you, beautiful soul. Alright, I gotta go play with my dogs. It's almost 1 o'clock and I don't know what I've been. But anyway, so peace out, beautiful soul.